That's a no.
Man, hey, that right there was like one of the hardest songs that very disrespectful.
Yeah,
You
and the beat hard too though.
I don't have no problem with these hoes snapping.
Okay, so we live because I said this was about to go down another. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone again for tuning in for another episode of Brothers Vent 2, episode 19.
We got like Swill,
You getting what?
some feedback. Somebody got some feedback coming in from somewhere.
Probably Jay
Somebody
Wood.
listening on live and turn your volume down on live. You know.
But it's me, Swift, coming in again tonight. I'm drinking Crown XR, the granddaddy. And my shirt is provided by my friend Brittany McCowan, East West High on Instagram. I just mentioned it. Y'all check her out. That's all I got to say.
Yo, this your boy T. I'm probably gonna drink that Crown tonight. I got my cup ready. I don't know what I'm gonna drink, but I'm coming from the A.
It's your boy CJB here, coming from the A as well, by way of Edwards, Mississippi. I'm drinking on some Jack Honey tonight.
Mr. Soulless Ty, I think he's talking about you.
Am I muted? What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Ward rocking the original Mad Drama shirt. Shout out to Mad Drama and Dr. Mark Henderson, man. I don't know where I would be at in life had it not been for him and that organization. So it's a great on-campus organization where they really help kids to find their voices and develop their talents in the performing arts. So shout out to Mad Drama and all the other organizations that's worked with Mad Drama. And tonight I'm drinking my probably my favorite alcohol. I love gin. I know a lot of people don't really mess with it because they think it puts hair on your chest, which it does. But you know, I'm a grown man, so I can handle the gin.
Good evening. How are you? To all my fans and supporters, I appreciate y'all comments, concerns, because I know we had a lot of drama last week. I know I pulled up on Jay Ward. He did not want to smoke. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't want to smoke, so you know what I'm saying? We all good. You know what I'm saying? The beef is squashed for now. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all support.
This your boy Crowley, representing Jack. Definitely want to start off by saying rest in heaven to Charlinda Blunt, Ross, aka Charlucy, Miss Annika and Racing, lovely nightmare. We just took on calling her Charlucy, so definitely rest in heaven. And tonight, I'm gonna do a little big one for y'all. I'm gonna do the Crown XO. That's the way I'm feeling.
Okay. So we got to go get this thing started. What'd you say, E?
I said, this is my first drink in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. We about to be ugly, man. So we're about to get this thing started. Before I do, Jay Ward, ain't you still mad you can be a temptation in the Mad Drummer Play? Didn't y'all beef on it on Facebook not too long ago?
You said
Jay
what?
Ward had Facebook beef?
You can be a temptation or something like that. You can be
Man, it was fake beef, but they was playing me because I can't sing. And so they wouldn't let me be in the Temptations performance.
That's probably a good thing.
And
Nobody
then
Otis?
they could have let me be in Otis. He couldn't sing no way. So I felt some type of way about that.
Y'all lay off Otis, man.
You rock your Mad Drummer shirt. I feel you. So moving on tonight, first topic, we're gonna dive right into it. A discussion on Mama's Boys. Now, before we start, let's define what a mama's boy is. Now, from my understanding, a mama's boy is someone that cannot, or a man that cannot make a decision without his mother's input. If his mother called, he picking up them regardless of what he's doing and going to her aid, but he can't make any decision, whether it be financial, a relationship, anything without his mother's approval, consent, so on and so forth. And it's becoming, sometimes people put on social media about how mother's boys kind of mess up the relationship. The mother mess up the relationship. So tonight, let's just talk about what it means. What is a mama's boy? How does that even happen? And how can we get away from being a mama's boy? Like, what are steps someone needs to take, a black man needs to take to be a grown man and start making his own decisions? So I'm gonna start with somebody. Jay Ward, you want to kick us off? What do you think about mama's boys? And
I kick it off. So by the definition that you said, I think it's definitely something that as a grown man you should have grown out of. Like I said, going by that definition, like I particular am one who, you have a daddy's girl or a mama's boy. I'm definitely one who loves my mom, but I was also raised by my mom, so I'm of course going to be closer to her. But never at any point have I allowed her to affect my decisions, or I couldn't do anything without her. And I think that it's important to establish boundaries. And like my mom really did a good job of teaching me the game and establishing boundaries. Like she was one of the main ones to say that you know you leave your family and cling to your wife. Like she told me that out her own mouth herself, so she was already on that. But I've seen mama's boys who still live with their parents, 29, 30, 31 years old. There's nothing wrong, like you're transitioning, but if that's your permanent residence and you're a grown man, how can you might have went on a date, and how can you go back for a nightcap, but you gotta be quiet, my mama's asleep. I can't be like, man, my mama's asleep and I'm sneaking you in the room. I just think that that's out of line. But there's nothing wrong with loving your mother. I think a woman can find out a lot about a man based on how he treats his mother, and how he treats his sisters and grandmothers and things like that. But if he's every decision he makes has to be approved by that woman, that tribute, or that that tribe of women, then that's a red flag coming in. Like every decision he make, he has to make it centered around what's best for his mother. So but also I wouldn't put my mother to the side for someone that I'm just casually dating either. And you learn how to establish those boundaries. But one thing that I do want to say is that for those boys who have an affinity for your mom and you love your mom, you are not your mother's man. Like that's not the same thing as loving your mama. Like you don't not pay bills in your own house because your mama came about to get cut off. That's the responsibility of her husband or whoever she was with. And if she's widowed or single, then that's a different thing. But you want to make sure that you're not enabling your mom, which is something that I found myself doing when I was fresh out of college. I was kind of enabling my mom on certain things until I had to show her some tough love. And I'm like, look, you got to get up. You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. So it almost turned into more of a mature parent to mother situation, or like you raised me right, now I can steer you in the right way now that I'm a man. So I just don't make sure you're not enabling your mom, and make sure you're not serving that in that role of what a significant other would be for your mom.
Gotcha. And you giving that cold look, like stuff. What you think?
It's his non-verbals, man.
Yeah, what you think?
It's the non-verbals.
I still don't see how y'all be threatened by me when I'm just being quiet.
You giving a look.
Sometimes, man, when you just have that presence, it just happens. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Master E, go ahead and say what you finna say.
Before I tell Swift,
first off, to niggas that's mama boys, man, y'all some bitches. Straight up, y'all niggas some bitches. Straight up, bro. Like, I don't have no problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go ask your mama like for advice with women, because sometimes niggas don't be knowing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta have boundaries between your relationship. Your mama should not know your business that's going on with you and your woman. That's right. Period. You should not know that shit. She supposed to be on the goddamn outside looking in, and she should be speaking on it at the same time. You feel me? Of course, like she might like it, or she might not like some shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, shit, fuck that shit. It's your decision to deal with the person that you're dealing with. There should be no outside influences that's going to harm your relationship. You know what I'm saying? You should only be moving towards positive shit. Like, how can y'all increase y'all wealth and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be focused on like, oh yeah, you with that tackhead ass girl, all that shit. Fuck all that, bro. No. You gotta be like, listen, mama, I love you, I respect you, but I need you to shut the fuck up on this one. And that's how you gotta handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? You might ain't gotta say, you ain't got necessarily to say shit the fuck up, but you know what I'm saying? Just be like, hey, just chill out, just sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? Just like how the coach, when you play sports and you might have fucked up on the play, and the coach be like, hey, come on, just go over there to the side. You know what I'm saying? Same thing.
Got
you gotta regulate the playing field. Got to regulate the playing field. Every player ain't meant to play. Everybody ain't supposed to be getting PT on the field.
T, see, go ahead, T.
No, I'm just saying this boy E talking about telling mama to shut the fuck up, man.
I was feeling the same way, T.
Bro, like y'all be taking me so literal.
No, bro, I'm just.
And I literally said, don't tell them shut the fuck up. I said right after that, I said, just sit this one out.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just, hey,
Did I not say that?
I really ain't even cuss around my mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm still acting like a little kid. You feel me?
Hey, I'm gangster, you know what I'm saying? But I know my boundaries with my mama. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, y'all hit it on the head, bro. I'm a self-proclaimed mama's boy. I ain't gonna lie, man. I raised by my mama. I love my mama to death. It is what it is. But like I told y'all last week, it's about your mama teaching you the way, your mama having respect, your mama teaching you more. So my mom wasn't the type of person that try to step on somebody's toes. She understand the woman's plight in my life, you know, and she don't never want to make a woman feel a certain type of way as far as my relationship go. So everything is pretty much copacetic over here. You know, I ain't never really have to go through that with my mom. But I just want to say, y'all acting like being a mama's boy is not a good thing or it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the point is, at the same time, if you a mama's boy, a woman could tell a lot about a man by the way he treat his mama. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree on that.
I believe, bro, because
niggas can like their mama and still treat a chick like shit.
You know, but at the same time, that's for the man to put his foot down. That's for the man to set them boundaries on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't let your mama talk crazy to your old lady or nothing like that. Like that ain't gonna fly. But like I said, you could tell a lot about the relationship by the way a man treat his mama. If a man treat his mama with respect, most likely he's gonna treat you with respect. Or if a man kind of don't have a bad relationship with their mother, they might have internal issues that might flood over into the relationship. So I mean, that's on y'all, bro. I'm a self-proclaimed mama's boy, bro. But I'm a man's man at the end.
So I'm gonna go to the comments. Hold on, let me go to the comments real quick, CJB. I'm gonna come to you and Crow them bring Stokes in. Fifi, mothers who have mothership with their son, mothership equals motherly boyfriend relationship. Miss Early, nothing is wrong with a mama's boy. The issue is when they cannot make a decision without consulting their mother or always answering with my mama said. Chanel, 2930, I don't see an issue with a man or woman still living at home at that age, as long as it's not your plan to stay there forever. If you're not there to save money while striving towards something that you have the ability to live at home, shit to do. That's a good point.
That's true, because other cultures like let their kids stay at their house.
Yeah, we can get into another topic though. That'd be another topic for another day. He came out swinging, blah blah blah. I love eat, blah blah blah.
Everybody. Wow, Swift, just wow.
Give me one. I saw one more comment I wanted to read. Larisha, can't be getting that WAP in your mom house though. Use the money saving by living at home to get a hotel. Well, ain't no wrong with getting a little WAP at your mom's house. We're gonna talk about that WAP in a little bit. Corey, go ahead.
I'm not gonna say I'm a mama's boy, but I am a man that loves his mom. Like, my mama means a lot to me, but I'm not. It's levels to being a mama's boy, right? Like, I'm not my son is my king or my son is my Valentine mama's boy. I'm not that type of mama's boy. You know, like it's levels to it. So it's like I'm at the point where I love my mom, but at the same time, I wouldn't let her disrespect my woman, and I wouldn't let her just, run all over me. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't have to consult with my mom before I make a life-changing decision. Even if she don't disagree what I want to do, I'm going to do it regardless because, I'm an adult. So I think that the men who pretty much let their mothers dictate their lives and have influence on who they date and this, that, and the third, I think that's a problem. Not saying your mom can't critique who you're dating, but she has to respect the boundaries to the point where if you choose to date her, that's your choice. She ain't gotta like her, but she gotta respect her.
Right.
And I don't think my mom is the type that, of course, your mom is going to feel some type of way when you bring a woman home, but just out of the respect that she's protecting her child, she don't know this woman, so she got to get to know this woman. That's natural. But I feel like as long as it's boundaries established and some respect in the equation, it'll work itself out.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go Stokes and then Crow.
I'm getting here a little late, so I don't know what all's been said.
Oh, yeah. Well, first, introduce yourself, what you're drinking on, where you're coming from, and we talking about Mama's Boys.
Stokes out in San Diego. A little water for right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. If we want a generation of men that are not mama's boys, then we need to stop babying these damn kids that grow up to be mama's boys. That's
Who
oftentimes
baby on?
it's oftentimes the women that's babying their kids because of other stuff they got going on in their relationships. And then we have the next generation of mama's boys, and we can cut this off in the beginning. So it's like we want to raise these men that are sensitive and soft, which is nothing wrong with that. But when we have this situation where this child has become the husband in proxy, and we now are surprised when this man has grown up and he's become addicted to his mother. You know, we can't have these dichotomies with that. So if you want a man that's mature, cut the cord. Stop.
So, first, let me say, T, you can kiss my ass. My grandma. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry for cussing, grandma.
Yes. Grandma said, "Hi, grandson."
Hey, grandma. She been here every week. Hey, I love her. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's my grandma. T, we can fight about that. I'm gonna see you soon. But go ahead, Crow.
Mama.
Hey, can I say something before Crow go real quick?
Go ahead, Joe.
Because I already know he knows about this. I think one of the dynamics that we need to get into, or not necessarily get into it, but I think a lot of those mama's boys, especially in a negative way, because like T was saying, he's a self-proclaimed mama's boy, is that Oedipus complex. Because a lot of people, like, that's very powerful, and I think a lot of dynamics too. And I know Crow being in mental health, he knows about that as well.
The original WAP.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Go ahead, Crow. Go ahead, Crow.
What? Stokes is just wilding for no reason.
What? What? Can we go to the intermission for this?
Go ahead, Crow. Y'all get inside. Go ahead, Crow.
Somebody give Stokes a drink because water really got him tripping.
Hey, that was all.
Wow, Stokes threw me off with that one. I'm so serious. When I say I'm so serious, I'm so serious.
Man, it's too many people out here dating them. Man, you got Pops ain't in the house for whatever reason, so you got this man in the house at 12. I mean, we shouldn't be put in these positions, man. So when you have this person that's had this strong connection to their mama, and then they grow up and they have to find someone to replace her, this puts another sense of competition between your woman and your mama. It's a problem. It should be a fine line of distinction between your child and your romantic partner in practice. It ain't right.
Hey, y'all need gay.
I do believe that some women use their son to fill a void. Like, for example, you see little niggas out here dressed like amigos now. You know what I'm saying? Niggas probably don't even know. Nigga got True Religions on, Balenciagas and shit, and he don't even know how to pronounce that shit. But his mother is dressing him up as the man that she's attracted to.
Okay, I'm back.
We cannot lie and say that trauma doesn't have an impact on a man growing up. That type of man grows up to feel like he's entitled to everything from a woman. He believes a woman should cook for him, should clean up behind him, should give him money when he wants to. So it's like we can't talk about mama's boys and how it's detrimental to women and to black men without addressing the cause of the creation of the mama's boy.
Well,
So
that's new though, but that's a new generation type thing. We can't really put that on.
They still doing it. They still doing it.
No, but what I mean is the dressing up to feel not to feel a boy, but the dressing up, because you do see those Instagram pages dedicated to sons where they dressed in Gucci and get on all these fly outfits, but they only 3 years old. Like, why is this child dressed like that? Why are you dressing this child like that? Like,
Hey,
like
what
a
y'all
little
call
nigga
that?
probably want to be in some.
So
What y'all-
So what you?
It's called Oedipus. What press
that
that
shit,
shit? Yeah, that shit right.
Damn,
Yes,
man.
man.
11th grade English, brother.
okay, so
Okay.
we gonna
I ain't never heard this word before. Shit.
Okay.
that both.
It's a Sigmund Freud theory, man.
They
Bro,
pieces when
bro,
you shit in high school, man. Come on now.
Everybody be quiet. Crow closes out.
Shit. Fuck. Nick can't even not know a word. Shit.
Can you shut your ass up, Crow? I'm sorry, Grandma, for cussing. Crow closes out
Okay.
on this one.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all there is nothing wrong with being a mama's boy. As T stated, there are levels to it because I'm a mama's boy. I got my mama name tatted on me, G. Like, no lie. And even if she was still alive, I would get her name tatted on me. And the reason why is because my mom showed me, she didn't make me her man, but she helped create and show me how to be a man that a lady, a woman, a strong black woman would love to have in her life. You know what I'm saying? So she took me to the beauty shop with her, and I listened to the conversation that those women would have. She took me shopping with her. She took me grocery shopping with her to show me, you know, those are things that I am proud to say, yeah, I'm a mama's boy in a way. But am I a mama boy that's lashed to the titty, or a mama boy that back in the days depending on everything from my mama? No. She'll tell you I was very opinionated, and she allowed that. Actually, I know a lot of people say they didn't cuss around their mama, but yeah, I cussed around my mama. Yeah, it was consequences to it. But at the same time, I expressed myself. You know what I'm saying? But it was boundaries. I know you want to say something right now, Stokes. Go ahead and chime in.
I'm trying to you finish.
No, go ahead. Chime in real fast.
What I'm wondering is how can a black woman, in all due respect, teach you how do you be a black man from a black woman?
Okay.
I hate I missed that.
Hold on. Wait.
I hate I
You
missed
want to hear the question?
That's a legit question.
Hold on, one at a time. One at a time.
My dad was in the house also. Now, let's not get this wrong. My dad was in the house now. So, my dad teaching me how to be a man's man.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
Wait. What I'm showing you is now my mom steps in and say, hey, let me chisel all that toughness just a little bit, and let me show you a little nurturing that these women might like to see from you or need to see from you. You know, let me show you that, hey, sometimes you see your dad takes me out. Let me tell you why your dad takes me out. And those were the types of talks we had. Let me tell you why I go to the hairdresser. Yes, at the same time, it's to make me feel good, but I want to show your dad that I'm upkeeping myself, and you should look for a woman that's doing the same as a black man. So yes, she instilled and helped raising this black man. When I want to act right and do right, that's that mama's boy that's coming out in me. This because if she wasn't around, I'd be down for show acting the fool.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So I am partly a mama's boy, but I'm not a titties boy. I'm not they'll tell my mama used to fuss at me because she'll say, Marcus, hey, I ain't finna have all these girls calling my house. And this was in high school. I had a limit of two girls calling the house. And I'd be pushing that shit to about 7 to 10, to be honest. And she would randomly call out names and hate on me to show me that you don't do things like that. She'd be like, oh, this Tina. And I'd be like, mama, no. And I'd be looking on the call ID and be like, mama, this. And she doing it on purpose.
I hear you. I respect where you're coming from. But what I'm saying to you is, if I understanding the loving portion of a woman and sensitivity and nurturing from a woman, but the portions that you're describing in terms of what a woman should do, how does that not in turn make you describe to your woman what she should be doing based on what your mother told you a black woman's supposed to be doing?
Now, I'm not saying, no, I'm not coming at it as she told me. I'm saying
she described to you how a woman should be catered to, and you went with her to do so. How does that not entice you to then tell your woman, this is what you're supposed to do because my mama told me supposed to do
We're
it.
talking about mama's boys right now. I'm just saying her part, what I'm saying, what makes me a mama's boy. You know what I'm saying? What makes me love my mama. You know what I'm saying? She
Yes.
allowed me to be me, free, opinionated, allowed me to make mistakes, but taught me along the way as what a mom's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? She didn't allow me to latch on or anything or be her boyfriend, spouse. She already had my daddy for that. You know what I'm saying? So my daddy, I'm just saying, my daddy wasn't lacking in the household, G, but my mom was there to definitely teach me some things that need to be taught. And there's nothing wrong with that for the moms who are teaching their black men how to be black men, you know what I'm saying, in the correct way. Go ahead, Jay Ward.
No, I'm gonna stop all this. Hold on, because it's going way too far. So we talking about mama's boy. We're not talking about the mother building up the man and the man trying to date someone like the mother. You still have those.
Hey, it's dominoes, brother. It's all connected.
We can talk about that another time in the group chat. So we're gonna wrap this one up. Do we have any final thoughts on this before we move to the next topic?
Yeah, Swift, I asked a question in the comments. I don't know if y'all want to answer it in the comments, but I was just saying,
real quick.
Do you y'all can answer it in the comments? You know, just go to it in comments.
What's the
But I
question?
just asked, do you think that you ultimately ended up, rather, you know, consciously or subconsciously, do you think you end up with someone that's like your mom?
Most men do.
Okay, so hold on. So we will save that topic for another day. Well, that could be a topic on.
That's a good question, Jay Ward. That's a really good question.
I think that's a topic for another day. We'll talk about that another time.
True. You gotta ask the married bros that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring
Rob in. Bro's interviewing, brother.
I'll be too damn scared to go to sleep.
Speaking of the married bros, we saw this conversation on social media a lot, and I'm about to ask y'all this question because there was some feedback from women and from men about who should pay for the vacation. If you and your spouse go on vacation, if the man should pay for the entire vacation or they should go half and half. Because one woman said, if we go half and half on a vacation, then I spent all my energy going to my pocketbooks and I don't expect no sex or something like that when we go on vacation. So Stokes, I'm gonna let you go first on this one, so I can bring T back in. I'm gonna bring Rob in because I know he the married bro.
Okay.
Should a man pay for the entire vacation that he and his spouse go on?
Short answer, absolutely not. Reason being because if we're trying to go on a trip and it's all on the man, we're going to half the amount of trips we can go on because we don't come together on it. If we literally can just pull our efforts and go on a trip, we can go to twice as many places by teaming up. So should the man pay for the entire thing? Absolutely not. If you really think about it, us paying for the whole vacation is supposed to be homage of how much we value our partner. When does the man receive the same value? With the same sex we get every other night? I mean, it's not how it's supposed to be. My money is just as important as your pussy. So we should both be equals on this date.
More important. Thank you, Stokes.
You're welcome.
Who next?
Go ahead. I know you anxious to go.
He ready.
Bro, listen. A lot of these women out here are broke. That's what it is. They are broke. Like, if a woman truly rocks with you, she is not gonna let you cover all the expenses for a vacation or a trip. If she truly rocks, she's gonna pay for something. So it's like, it's just crazy how in this day and age, people expect, like, if you're a millionaire now, or if you got like several thousands in the bank and you can do that, I'm not addressing that type of man. But there's no way in most cases that the average man is going to pay for an all expense paid trip for a woman he's dating. Now, if you're married, that's a completely different topic, because you're married, that's your wife. So of course you're going to, do stuff for your wife just out of the fact that that's your wife. But a woman you're dating, hell no. Like, a trip is expensive. The plane ticket, the hotel, the food, the leisure money, that shit is not cheap. So if you expect a man you truly like to pay for everything, and you're gonna let him pay for everything, even though you can give in and get him something, it's like, damn, you using this man. The people, I think the chick said that she ain't sucking no dick because she spent her money she spent half of the money on her on a vacation. It's like so you basically saying that your sex got a price tag on it. In my opinion, if you going off of that, that's how I feel about it.
Let me go to
We
the
got that $40 and kept moving.
Let me go to the comments real quick. Larisha say he pay DAP, dry ass pussy. Grandma, I'm sorry for cussing if you watching. Yolanda, whoever extends the invite should pay unless y'all agree to go Dutch. Queen, marriage equals team effort. Rob, she said her throat would be too tired to work from her reaching to her purse to pay for half.
Broke.
She just playing. Hold on. Miss Marie, every trip a man has taken me on, we discussed our individual contributions and he had a great time. You can do so much more putting out money together. Liddell, I go half any day, but if I have to pay for it all, have fun. It's gonna be closed. Go ahead.
We ain't talking about all of them, okay?
Yeah,
we
come
ain't
on.
saying that. Come on, Liddell. Come on now.
See,
Go ahead.
it levels to it, man. All right. So the woman shouldn't pay if she getting flowed out and she is the fly out girl. You get what I'm saying? That's the only time that a woman shouldn't pay. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get her in real quick, fly in, boom, boom, wham, wham, get her gone. That's when you pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you in the dating stage, that's a little different. When it comes to the dating stage, if you do fly a girl out, one, you shouldn't be flying a girl out that you ain't smashing or you don't think you gonna smash. Y'all can hate me. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Women, if you don't want to have sex with a man, do not accept the flight. Stay your ass at home. Honestly. Or if you know that you're not gonna do nothing with this man, you have no inkling or wanting to do anything with this man, then offer to pay something. Don't even give him the opportunity to feel or expect something or put pressure on you or anything like that. And men shouldn't be doing that. I'm not saying alpha beta men do this because we don't. You know, we hold some brothers. But
Put that out there.
But I'm just saying, like, the woman should at least offer or try to pay a flight or something. Like one of my homegirls hit me. She like, man, dude trying to fly me out somewhere. And, you know, I really want to go. We're going to have a good time. I'm like, hey, you gonna smash something? She's like, nah, we just friends. I'm like, well, look, you need to tell him that you going to go half on the flight or something or the room, anything. Don't do it. Now, if you're in a relationship, I'm going to tell you the truth. If you don't want to put your money together, that's the difference between going to the coast and going to Puerto Rico somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Tulum, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere like that. Hey, because if we just depending on my bread, we might just be going to Biloxi to the buffet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Now we pool that money together. We might be on the jet skis, you know, we might be parasailing, we might be doing everything, man. So that's the levels. Now, you need to pick what part in your relationship you in. You might be the fly girl that's the party girl that get everything paid for, go smash and take your ass home. You might be the married couple that's going all around the world, filming it, getting all the likes on Facebook and social media. That might be y'all. But I'm just letting you know, if you just dating and you not smashing, don't even put yourself in that situation. I'm sorry.
We'll go to the comments real quick, E.
Okay, let me
establish
something. I'm eating right now.
Larisha, argue about this. Do what works for you in your relationship. Everyone is different. Some men don't want you to pay, and I agree. Chip in where you can. Joanne, even if in a marriage we can go half, we can do twice as much stuff if we both break that bread. Absolutely. Yolanda, people should make sure to know dating boundaries. Giving spouse benefits to a dating person can be costly. Absolutely. Fifi, why do these new age bras think that your pussy is the best payment for going on trips going to an expensive restaurant or getting gifts. Whether I pay or he pays, he's getting the same 10-year wet ass pussy, a good time with no kids. So we are continually creating a toxic cycle. How can women ask for equality until it's time for her to pay for some stuff? Ooh, sounds like prostitution to me. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Let me see if there's anything else I need to touch on. Preston, absolute, is still on the screen. Alpha beta men are wholesome. Miss Marie again, hell not even come to your house after a certain time. I'm too grown for the pussy play game of hide and seek. Absolutely. Go ahead, E.
First, let's get some things straight, right? First, you should not be going on a vacation with a chick that you're not in a relationship with. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. None of that shit, because you sending mixed messages. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you want to drop her, and then next thing you know, she acting crazy. You can be like, "Oh no, what she acting crazy for? You just took her to goddamn Puerto Rico or something 2 weeks ago." You trying niggas be having the game fucked up. Y'all be trying to buy it. Y'all be trying to buy these women. Y'all be trying to buy them or whatever, and trying to flex with them and saying like, "Oh yeah, I got all this money," and then you get mad when that's what all they come for. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta check yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you out here trying to flex like, "Oh yeah, I got these bands." You know what I'm saying? And then you see that's all she here for, and then you try to get mad at her, and then you just be like, "Oh well, yeah, these women ain't shit because all they want to do is flex on money." Nah, bro, there's your dumb ass doing the dumb shit. You the one that's setting the tone for that shit to happen. All right. Number two, right? Take this walk with me. Also, if y'all niggas soft, bro, y'all be talking all that big boy shit, but y'all don't demand nothing out y'all want. Y'all scared to ask for shit. If you can't goddamn be like, "Hey, I need some dinner cooked tonight." You know what I'm saying? You scared to ask your woman to cook and shit like that. Even if she can't cook, it don't matter. The fact that you don't ask, that's gonna make you that you already setting yourself up for failure because your woman don't know what you like because you ain't saying shit. Closed mouth don't get fed. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm really sounding like Jay Ward right now. But I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm just keeping it real, man. And then also, like Cora said, these women be broke. Y'all be broke. I'm tired of seeing broke ass women on social media. All they got to do is offer up pussy. If that's all you got is plenty of corners out there for you to make some goddamn. Leave the rest of the men that's trying to make somebody themselves alone. Leave men alone. If that's all you got to offer is their box on Valentine's Day, on Christmas, on birthday, on Thanksgiving, on 4th of July, that's all you got to offer. Nobody want that shit, bro. If you want box on demand, you got Pornhub, you got goddamn your right hand, you got a whole bunch of options for pussy or for fake pussy. Shut the fuck up. Nobody care about that shit. That's all you got to offer. Your duck ass. Get the fuck on that.
Okay, E, that's too much. God, dog.
E drunk some cola juice tonight. I'm proud of my boy E. Definitely salute.
Oh my God.
Behind my boy.
The left hand.
I'm gonna follow up behind my boy E.
Hold on, I gotta bring Rob in too. I'm gonna bring Rob in. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
So should a man pay for the entire vacation? I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some stats since I heard that we needed some stats. So the average male brings in $23,738 a year. Let me say that again, ladies. For my black women who are chasing the bag, for let's be real, the black male brings in $23,738 a year. A year. So this bag that y'all mysteriously chasing, either they doing something extra on the side, either they going to take out loans, either they putting themselves in further debt on money that they didn't have to show y'all or give y'all this lifestyle. And then I'm gonna give y'all a little bit more for these married couples real fast. I think y'all income is at 36,000 for a black income household. So with that being said, and that's combined nationwide. I'm not saying you and yours might be doing well. Cause I know I look at that 23,000 and be like, that ain't me. But then you gotta calculate my other 10 homies that ain't where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna balance that out. So with that being said, all y'all saying that you looking for a dude to chase that's gonna pay for this vacation, not even half can even pay for this vacation that you want, this mysterious vacation that you want. Let me say that again. Not even half can even truly pay or afford for this vacation that you want. And that's even taking your ass down to the coast of Mississippi. That's even taking your ass down to Orange Beach. And that's even having a beachfront view or a coastal line view. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real about this. So these cases, you might as well go get yours together and he get his together and y'all make something fantastic happen. Because when you go there and you don't give up them goodies, he gonna be pissed and you gonna feel some way. And finessing ain't the way, because as y'all can see, some of these dudes, they don't play about their finances because they really putting all their life on the line trying to pay for something that they really can't afford. So you playing a dangerous game, trying to finesse these cats on a real situation. And that's vice versa. We see these fatal attractions and all these shows. So hey, cut that shit out. Everybody pay for what you can afford, stay in your lane. If y'all can only afford to look at that shit on Google Maps together, do that shit until y'all can stack your chips. If you only can afford to take a ride to the reservoir or your lake or wherever you at, do that shit. Have a little picnic on the side. Make your shit what y'all can until y'all can afford the big shit. Fuck trying to be like everybody else that's posting these pictures. Because please believe they eat ramen noodles. They at lunchtime asking me for $10 because they went on
Close the door.
girls, calling it they home girls. So hey, let's be real. Stop letting your kids miss meals because you went on vacations and shit.
So we're gonna go to Rob. Rob came in laughing. I already know he was laughing at.
How I get skipped?
We're gonna come to you and CJB. Be quiet. So Rob, introduce yourself. What you drinking on? Where you coming from?
It's your boy Rob coming to you from Tampa by way of Bolton, Mississippi, Monkey Town. I'm drinking on my 5-liter jug of water because I'm on some steroids right now. It's been a long week. So I got to echo E and Crowley. Like, I got to agree with them 1,000% on this. Like, it's just, I don't know whether it's the culture. I don't know whether it's social media, but everybody want to, act up for the gram. Everybody want to show out for the gram. Everybody's expectations are all jacked up. And I think you just got to find somebody that match your expectations. And then you just got to stop trying to jump through the window to impress people with your wallet. Like, if you ain't got it, what you start with is what you got to maintain, period. Like, me and Felicia, when we first got together, we started going a town over from where we were staying, like St. Louis. Or when I was staying in Georgia, we go to Atlanta or we go to Savannah. We didn't go to no Bahamas or no Jamaica. And at the time, I could afford it, but at the same time, you got to be able to keep that up throughout whatever you're doing. And so I'm not a money flexer. I grew up poor, so I'm not trying to flex the money. I'm trying to save, and I'm trying to get stuff. So you got to start off small. And at the same time, I don't know why women believe that they just got to walk into a situation with a man with nothing but WAP. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know where that came from. But again, that's going to fall on the man to demand what he wants and not try to boost himself up and break himself trying to impress the lady. Because you gonna get used, or she gonna try to use you as long as you let her do it, unless you set some boundaries and some expectations for yourself and your bank account. Because as long as you throwing it out there, she gonna take it. And so I'm telling you, how you start is how you got to keep it up. And if you can't keep it up, she gonna leave regardless. That's how I see it.
I bet a man can keep it up. Jay Ward, figuratively and literally. Jay Ward.
So this has been insightful. So if we're at the point where I'm taking you on a trip, more than likely we live together or we're in a committed relationship, because we're not going, like E was saying, I agree with E ironically on that. Like, we're not about to go on no trip if, you know, we're just smashing or we just now started talking. Like, that's not something that we're going to do. So which makes me switch to a more misogynistic standpoint, which I never take this because I don't believe in this. But if I've paid for this entire trip, then I bet if I wake you up in the middle of the night and my penis is inside of your mouth, I don't want to hear anything. I paid for the trip. You wanted to be here because of this. Like, you know, I would never take that standpoint, but that's what I hear.
Oh my God. You coming?
Come out. Come out.
Jay Ward. Come and just get in trouble. Come and just get in
Come right.
trouble.
Come out. Yes. Come out.
Jay Ward, internet hack.
Come and just get in trouble.
We don't take nothing,
You
bro.
can't do that.
We don't take that one.
We ain't taking nothing. We ain't taking all that.
No, we.
Hold on, y'all be quiet. Y'all be quiet. We gonna let Jay Ward start over. He gonna start out.
Hey, that gin got him wild.
It was the gin.
Shit.
So Jay Ward, I'm gonna unmute you. Make your comment real quick, and then we're going to TJB.
So as I was saying, as I'm speaking hypothetically, if I've spent a boatload of money, that's in a servitude. You putting yourself in a servitude situation if I paid for you to come out, because I'm treating you as an escort or a prostitute. So I have my will to do whatever I want to do with you because I paid for you to be here. So that's why I said if we're going on a vacation or something like that, then I'm paying for everything, then I deserve to do whatever I want to do, which I would never do that. That's what I was saying hypothetically. So let me just say this also. Also, you better post me in every pic. I'm not about to pay for no trip where I'm taking 1,000 pictures of you. Like, that's not happening. Like, we gonna be in every picture together. We gonna find a tourist and they're gonna take pictures of us together. So I'm not about to pay all this money. We gonna be on the IG together. So you gonna post me. But let me switch gears here a little bit. And this is me, you know, and I know some of my people are like, wait, what happened? But now I'm speaking hypothetically. If we're in a relationship, a committed relationship, and you say, I would rather you say, look, my girls are going on a trip and I'm short. Or could you pay for me to go hang out with my home girls? I would rather do that as a gift than for me to pay for me and you to go together. And it's just like, well, dog, I don't get anything out of this deal at all. I'm just paying for you to go to enjoy time with me and I'm putting the bill. No, I'm not doing that. If it's an anniversary or a proposal, that's different. Of course, I would pay for that trip because this is something special and unique to the situation. So, you know, I think that it is an isolated event and it's not something that we're going to do all the time. So I'm planning to propose to you. So of course I'm going to fly you out or we're going to go wherever. But I think a lot of men especially are misconstrued on what a vacation is. I think a lot of times women are just saying that they want to spend some time. And I know we were joking about going to the reservoir, but a lot of times that's all that women really want. They just want you to spend some quality time with them and make them feel appreciated and make them feel relaxed. So it's not about how much you spend, but if you're willing to spend time.
Yeah. That's a fair point, but we do see on Instagram, I follow several women that repost from the page, me and somebody's son, and it's always vacation pics in like different countries, and they hyping that up. They're not really, I don't know if it's for the relationship or it's for the vacation.
Never for the relationship. Always for the gram.
Always for the gram.
Always for the gram.
Always for the gram. CJB, wrap us up.
Oh, shit.
You know, I went first, but I'll say it again.
Go ahead.
These women are broke. Just point blank period. If you want somebody to cover if she truly rocks with you, she's not finna let you finance an entire trip to an all-inclusive resort. that she does, she just trying to get over. But like Rob and E said, you have to set the tone in any relationship you're in. You can't go into it being like I'm gonna buy you this, buy you that, pay for this, pay for that, and you can't keep it up. But at the same time, it's like you can't if you pay for a vacation, it's hypothetically speaking, if a man pays for a vacation and y'all probably don't want to hear this, but that woman is not entitled to have sex with you. That's something that should have been discussed way before you hopped on the
Say
flight.
that again, Corey. I'm
It's
with
like
you.
if you feel like that you and this person y'all haven't been talking sexually before you sleep in the same bed together, she's not entitled to bust it open for you. It just if that happened to you, just take your L and move on and and be respectful of the L and move on. Like
AJ79L.
That
the thing about men is like when I tell anybody this, men don't go on media tours displaying L's when it comes to women because there's no incentive. A woman can speak on a L and she can write a New York Times bestseller and turn into a movie off of L. A man don't get no incentive for speaking no L. That's why we don't really talk about them like that. And if we do talk about an L, you're going to get clowned. Like I think it's another topic coming up, but that brings us to oh boy that got finessed out of the Texas Roadhouse or whatever. That's a prime example. Like that man got finessed out of a $30 meal.
He was hurt
and,
too.
yeah, and he was hurt. He really liked this chick. And you
Corey,
had the women's, huh?
you said a mouthful. It's just communicating before you go anywhere. Like before you go, I'm sorry. If I'm going on a trip, 90%, especially with a woman, 90% of the time, I'm expecting to get some of those goodies, and I'm already letting her know even before this trip is even no, and we even taking off or wherever we going. Shit, I hope you got this lingerie piece. I hope you got some heels. I hope you know I'm smacking that ass. I'm saying shit like that. That way you will know off top. And I might hit you with, I hope you know you juggling these balls. So
So let me go to the comments real quick. Hope you know you juggling these balls. So Queen said, so y'all want a prostitute? No, that's
Shut
not
up, Queen.
and that's not what we saying. I think they scored something that pretty much y'all have the understanding of what the trip is being taken for and where y'all stand in the relationship. So, like Crow said, if I'm paying for the entire trip,
a trip is for fun. We going on a trip to get away. Let's be real. A vacation is to get away from your norm, your everyday life or whatever you got going on. And if you expect on going on a vacation, and I ain't saying, I promise you, I'm not saying women, you got to give it up. But you are, we expecting to have some fun. Even
it depends on the relationship you and your partner have. If you go on a vacation and y'all been together 10, 20 years, like y'all don't really have to have sex. Y'all going to just get away. But if you just met somebody going on a vacation already for the ground, that's a different topic.
And y'all gotta understand this brother's vent too. This is from the man perspective. I'm sorry, it is what it is.
Are we allowed to give our opinions? I don't want to insert my opinion if we shouldn't, absolutely, because we can make that part of the discussion. Simone, y'all calm down. We trying to calm down. Yolanda, sounds like you need to just make sure you both are on the same page with expectations and definition of the relationship. Absolutely. That's really what it boils down to. Make sure y'all both on the same page. Because there was this one guy who flew out, I think, to California, and he ended up going viral sitting on the edge of the bed like this real heavyset dude. And they still use that picture to this day.
It's like 4 years ago, man.
Yeah,
but he was flexing though. Like that goes back to what Ian Rob said. He was flexing. Like
I get
he was a big guy, and he didn't let it be known he was a big guy until she stepped up on.
What I'm saying is, if you take your L and you don't do it in silence, social media will not let you live it down. They will bring it up every chance they get. So if you do fly the chick out and you don't have sex with her because she does not consent to sex, just go on about your day, enjoy your vacation, and then when you get home, you don't have to deal with her no more. Period, point blank. That's really what it boils down to.
J Ward, you know I'm the overweight lover, man. You know I got love for that, you know me. You know how we roll.
And I'm about to bring Key back in because this is his topic. He want to put it in the group chat for us to talk about. So I'm gonna bring you back in a second. And I'm gonna bring K-Law in after. Hold on, say what now? So there was this social media post, and we kind of hinted towards it today on the show, right? The post says, "How y'all want to be married and don't split the bills, but get a divorce and want half of his shit?"
Let E talk first. Let him go. That boy's real and ready.
Let me read one time. I'm gonna let E talk. I'm gonna bring K-Law in for this one too. How y'all want to be married and don't split the bills, but get a divorce and want half of his shit? E.
He already doing 200 and he ain't even left the track.
What you got?
My bad. I muted.
You muted
himself. My bad. First of all, this is a classic example of what the majority of men go through. They talk about their nigga like a dog. They come in bringing in all this financial debt, become financial burdens with their broke ass, and then turn around and have the nerve to try to put a nigga on like some astronomical amount for child support or either some astronomical amount for a divorce settlement. First of all, what happened to all that independent shit y'all be talking about? Independent means that you are financially and fiscally responsible. A lot of y'all don't check that box. Look in the mirror. Look at your bank account. What does it say? You have overdraft fees. That's not being responsible. Is it? So how dare you have the nerve, the unmitigated gall to demand that you have a man that pays for everything while you sit on your lazy ass doing nothing, don't want to cook, don't want to clean, don't even want to half-ass earn the man that you got. And then the minute you see something where he decides to put his foot down and be like, I'm not paying for this, you want to talk about you want a divorce. How dare you with your broke ass? Then you talking about like, oh yeah, I deserve half of this because he needs to keep up the lifestyle I was living. That's the dumbest fucking law I've ever heard in my motherfucking life. When you ain't even put in half the work the man to put in to get in that position to have and take care of you, but you got the nerve to say, oh yeah, I deserve this. What you done brought to the table?
I gotta put this in. Y'all know Tracy Morgan getting a divorce, right? It's reported that his wife wants half of his Walmart settlement.
With Dr. Dre, he was getting a divorce, and he had a prenup. But before then, they were saying his wife wanted spousal support and something that's like half of his earnings too, if I remember correctly.
Women don't deserve spousal support.
Hey, what Rick Ross say? Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
No.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
It's a difference.
Drake said it.
Difference. Like say for instance, not Bill Gates, but Jeff Bezos.
Great. One of the things.
I have no problem with Jeff Bezos' wife getting her bread. You know what
she
I'm saying?
Put money in on Amazon.
That's what I'm saying. Now she completely deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But say for instance, like I think like Blake Griffin gotta pay $53,000 a month or something like that for child support and spousal support. Man, if you don't get your ass up off your ass and go get a job, y'all be trying. That's what like really be fucking me up. It's like the women that they deal with. So I'm not gonna say all women. I'm gonna say the women that they deal with, right? So that's 50-50, right? Trash ass women and poor ass male decisions. So we right here, right? We in this area, right? They have the nerve to demand it, like, oh yeah, I've been living this lifestyle since I met you. I deserve this because I have a kid. The man's obligation is to take care of the child, not you. You do not fit into that.
Hold on. Before both of y'all go, let me say this comment. Ask y'all this because Kim said, "Are you talking about a 23,000 a year man?" Because Crow brought that statistic.
Chinese dude.
I see you, Kimberly. That's a nice shot.
That's what women do, man. They use your words against you.
Right, like that's crazy. A black man out here trying, on a legit job, bringing in a legit income, and now y'all want to come at them for making
Don't get caught up in the hype, bro.
Hold on. Y'all can't talk in the hype. Finish your comments so I can bring in.
What I'm saying is, don't get caught up in the hype, bro. Don't get caught up in the hype, especially when them chicks be trying to talk salaries and shit like that. Because 9 times out of 10, they ain't making that shit they damn self. Number 2, so like after that part, you know what I'm saying? It should be a balance. Don't get me wrong. It should be a balance, but at the same time, you can't come for somebody else's fortune that you didn't help create. That's not equality, like how most women be proclaiming that they're fighting for, right? Equality would be that both of y'all pay y'all piece, and then everybody go on about their business, right? Right or wrong, right? So when in this instance where they be talking about spousal support, women be wanting it to be slanted in their favor. There's a difference.
Okay.
In my aspect.
Hold on, CJ.
Yeah, you make a good point. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you got it, bro. I'm gonna go to the comments real quick and I can bring Kayla in. Go ahead, CJB.
No, he was making a good point. Y'all know me. If you've been watching this show, I always say I'm all about keeping the same energy. Like, Adele got a divorce and her husband got like a nice chunk of her money, and people was eating this man up. When Mary J. Blige husband and her husband got a divorce, and he asked for spouse support, people were eating his ass up. So I feel like, the laws are the laws, the game is the game. I hate to say it, but it's just what it is. You got to make better choices than women. But I think the child support and the spouse support thing is different. It's basically depending on the state. It's a percentage of the income you're bringing in. So 53,000 to us is probably, in our aspect, probably like 1,000 to 2,000 a month, because we're not making the millions that Blake Griffin's making. So I think it's a difference, so to speak.
All right, let me go to the comments real quick. Kaya, these are people with money. Let's talk about the common people. Okay, we can keep it specific. Ain't no problem. Lucidate. All right, wait. I'll say this. How come I can't have half the shit, but I have to take half your damn debt? That's a good question. That is a good question. Preston, right? And my brother is married. Oh no, he can talk to somebody else. Any more specific comments? Women address the fact that y'all are financial burden. Sheila, women honestly take advantage of the system when it comes to alimony and child support. Stop raping the system. You post that one up. Hey, Law, introduce yourself, where you're coming from. I don't think you're drinking on that, but water. What's your input on this one?
What's good, folks? Yeah, it's K-Law coming in from out the Mississippi Delta. And you're right, Swift. I'm on the core water tonight. Start my treatment on Monday, so trying to get myself together. T, rocking the Hustle Hard campaign, baby. I'm with you there.
My guy.
Yeah. As far as the topic at hand, hey, when you came into this relationship, into the marriage, whatever you want to call it, whether it be common law, at the altar, justice of the peace, you accepted at that point that you two will become one. So, like the women want to say, was mine is mine and was his is mine. Well, that comes with the I do. And then when you decide that I don't, you got to get you got to get half of this too, because you decided you wanted to become one. So if you ain't want to become one, you should have never said I do.
I got you. Well, Kim, see, I'm definitely against taking half. Kim, I'm sorry, I'm picking on you tonight. I'm definitely against taking half, but you can't argue this and you don't have anything to take. Women go through this too. But I think that the point we're trying to make is it doesn't, the amount of money he's making regardless. How can you be married and don't want to split the bills? Regardless of who makes what, but won't have when he leaves. Whether it's half. Huh?
Can I chime in?
Oh, give me 1 second. We finish. Whether it's half of 23,000, whether it's half of 50,000, 100,000, you still won't have, but not splitting the bills. I think that's what we're trying to get to. Go ahead, Crow.
let's just say you all got married and you all built this company together. And he say, "Bae, now that you helped me build this company, I want you to stay at home, raise the kids. I'm gonna take this company further, blah, blah, blah." Now, I'm gonna say yes, she's entitled to something because she was there when the groundwork happened. She helped get it started. She helped get it to where it needed to go. And he made that decision to say, "Hey, babe, stay at home, raise these kids. I'm gonna continue with the company." Hey, she's entitled to it then. So that's why I say it depends on what's going on. So then we have these athletes. So I'm going to athlete realm. Let's just say she meet him after he enters the league. He's in the league and then he meet her. And now they all of a sudden get married, then get a divorce after 3 years of being married. I'm sorry, baby girl. Yeah, you had his kid, but you weren't practicing with him. You won. Yeah, I know you was probably at home while he was doing the games, da 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 da. But you just had his kid, and now the divorce is happening. So you shouldn't really get anything but what to support that child. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel on that end. But now, if you brought in your college sweetheart, your high school sweetheart, all the way into the league, I'm sorry, she deserves something because she dealt with your ass doing them practices and all of that and late nights and even most athletes cheat. Let's be real. She dealt with you cheat. She stuck with you doing all of that, and now that you are officially in the league, you want to leave her. Hey, I'm sorry, you got to break off some. I'm just being real. So it's levels to it. So if you just jumped on the bandwagon and he been had this cash, and you just came in had a child, I'm sorry, the child only deserve to get taken care of, not you. You know what I'm saying? And it's, now, if you've been there with him through the thick and thin, yeah, by all means, you deserve some shit. You really do. You deserve some shit. Especially if you had his kids help build up the law firm or helped him while he was an athlete, whatever it was, while he was in doctorate school, whatever. So it's just levels to it, and not in that man. It just I'm hoping that these women make the right decision and not be greedy because I snap out on the female for trying to get me after I get mine. I'm sorry.
Hold on, we got a real interesting comment. Men are supposed to be maintainers and take care of women. Throw in religion as well, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if she's serious with the blah,
She
blah.
said that.
She's serious.
So how do they look at that with it requirement? They're supposed to be providers. They don't.
Hold on, so real quick, Stokes, go ahead.
Okay, look. So we always see when the man makes the majority of the money, and then there's a separation, and it's always saying that the woman is entitled to her part. But we never address when the woman is the majority breadwinner, and there's a separation, and the man is magically not entitled to that part. It happens so rarely that when it happened in a movie, think like what was it? Why'd I Get Married Too? When Janet and Malik got divorced, Malik trying to get his bread, she caused so much hell that she caused him to get in an accident and he died. Then she's rewarded by dating a rock. I mean, this
Trash ass movie.
that when they're doing the same thing that they say we've done, they get rewarded with the upgrade. It's just not fair. So I understand if she's coming in, she's helping you build your empire, y'all empire, whatever y'all build together, y'all split. But if she's not building that portion of it, why is she entitled to it? You can't have a maid, a chef, a driver, and everything else, and then you won't have, and you ain't worked in 20 years. That ain't my fault. You better update your resume.
All right, so Jay
Can
Ward,
I go?
T, yeah, Jay Ward and T to close.
All right. So I just want to say
down there, B.
You go close us out.
T, I need your permission to say this word. Can I say your word? Blake Griffin a lame because his baby mama already gets spousal support and child support from Matt Leinart. So she on her second athlete that's taking care of her. So that's your fault for falling for this woman, having a baby with her when you already know what she's about. That's on him. These athletes and celebrities have to stop doing that. But like one of the comments said, we need to talk about regular people because we're not celebrities or whatever. Well, last point about celebrities. If LeBron and Savannah ever were to get a divorce, she deserves half and then spousal support because she's been there since day one. Like she's held him
I
down
said
since
that.
day
I
one.
said that.
Like
I
Crowley was
definitely
saying,
said that.
that's something totally different. But if you come into my life and I'm already established, I'm going to ask you to sign a prenup. Absolutely. And you get nothing if we separate, other than what you've been able to accumulate since we've been together. Because I'm working this hard and you're just reaping the benefits of it. Like Michael Jordan's new wife. Does she deserve half of his fortune if they were to separate? Absolutely not. She hasn't helped him amass anything. So I think that's ridiculous. But I also think that it's coming back to reality with regular people. I think this is why women are afraid to date down, meaning date a man who makes less than her, because she feels like if something was to ever happen, then she would be on the hook financially. But men do it all the time where they date a woman who doesn't make what they make, and then they're on the hook to support them. So but I just think it's all about separating amicably without drama. I know in my situation, if I was to ever, have kids with someone and we separated, what I would do is I would do all I could to make sure that their lifestyle continued. And I think that's one of the things that's missed. That's one of the things that's missed with separation is that if they're at your house and they live a certain lifestyle, when they come to my house, they're supposed to live the same type of lifestyle. And that's where the money is divided. Like, hey, over at their house, when they're with the dad, they have a pool and a butler. So at the mom's house, they supposed to have the same thing. This is how the law works. So I
Hey,
think that it may not be fair, but that is how the law works. But I just think it's all about, listen, if I am at the point where I've had children with you, at some point we were in a relationship and we were able to agree on some point and we loved each other at some point. Let's do what's best for our child or our children and not make it about money. If it makes my children happy and it makes you happy to where I can be in the life of my children, I give you more than half of my salary. I don't care. I just want to make sure that my child is taken care of and that I'm not in a situation to where we're arguing about our children. But that's just me because I feel like the child is innocent and the child has not done anything in this situation. So I want to make sure that I'm able to do everything that I can to make sure that the child is in the best situation that the child can be in. So I mean, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit more because it's just money. I can get more money, but this relationship and having a toxic relationship with my child's parent, my child's mom, is a bad situation to be in. So I'm gonna do all I can to make sure that we can be in a good situation.
Go ahead,
well,
T.
why does that
Yeah,
only
man.
go ahead,
These all these athletes, these rappers, these entertainers, I told y'all before, I have no sympathy for these rappers. None of these athletes, all of them, they rotating the same 10 girls. They actually getting scammed, getting preyed upon, acting like they don't know what's going on. You got Rob Kardashian type dudes out here to just keep going down the rabbit hole. Same old shit. I have no sympathy for these lame ass niggas, man. I
hey,
promise, dog. I can't rock with them.
but
But
look,
shout out to Kevin Federline. Shout out to Wendy Williams' husband. Who else hit the big?
Deion Sanders.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Deion
'Cause at the
Sanders.
same time, when it happened to the man, all the women, I can't believe that he tried to get all her money, blah, blah, blah. What y'all be doing to these men? You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep that same energy. Keep the same energy. So I'm not rocking with none of it. Honestly, it is what it is. Now, as far as all like these rappers, the athletes, that's what they deserve. You chose that woman. So, and then again, another trick that they do, they move to California where the spousal support is triple. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all a game to some of these people, and they act like they don't know nothing about it. Get them pregnant, marry them. They wait the 5 years because that's what it is. As long as you do 5 years in, you gonna get that bread. How do I know all this? And these people that are multi-millionaires, don't know all this. I don't get it. So again, I have no sympathy for none of them. I ain't rocking with it. You know, I believe in prenups. You know, you ain't got nothing and y'all build something, that's different. It is what it is. But otherwise, I ain't going.
I think one of the reasons some of these athletes or whoever get caught up is because they ain't used to WAP. So let's jump into that. Let's because we saw one social media post where a dude was saying a WAP isn't enough. He needs some other, it's not good, or WAP isn't good. And so she going first. Since you saying absolutely, I want you to know what you think about the video, the song, and WAP. What are your thoughts, real quick? Let's go through this real quickly into this last topic.
Look, it's great for a distraction, but it's not enough. I mean, that comes with every woman you can think of for the most part. And not all of it's created the same. Let me finish. Not all of it's created the same, but it's all not the same expense too. I can find me some grade B+ pussy for a lot cheaper. It's just economic.
He said that
I ain't got to spend millions of dollars for this grade A.
So he said WAP ain't good. He said that WAP is not all that.
It's not good enough. I thought he asked me.
No, not good enough. He said it's not
good.
I'm speaking. It's not good at all.
He said
not good enough. I agree with on
real quick. Lucia Hayes asks, "What is WAP or what is WAP?" WAP.
His grandma.
He said he slipped out.
WAP.
He said he slipped out.
Y'all be quiet. Tell her what WAP is.
Something she ain't got.
WAP is wet ass pussy. That's what the song is about, having wet ass pussy. It's so wet that she ain't cooking, she ain't cleaning, but she still got a ring. That's what she said in the song.
She a millionaire. That don't count. That's different.
Okay, so what you think, Corey? Bring E back in too.
What I think about what? The song or
the whole situation? Because y'all wanted to bring it in.
I mean, my thing about it is I don't like how, when women speaking raunchy lyrics that it's frowned upon, like it's a new wave. I don't like that. Like if people listen to blues lyrics when it was back in its heyday, blues lyrics are filthy. You can take it back to Millie Jackson. Millie Jackson was hella filthy. You can take it back before her. So it's like my problem is why when, women rap about, knowing their sexuality and speaking their disrespectful lyrics, it's a problem. Like
I've rubbed off on you, Corey, and I'm proud.
Listen,
I'm proud of this.
Too Short was hella disrespectful, and we jammed to that shit. Project Pat was hella disrespectful, and we jammed to that shit. Meg said the nigga eat my ass, he a bottom feeder.
Bottom feeder.
That shit is hard. That is hard. I don't care what nobody says. It's like when you
bottom feeder on this show.
No comment. But my thing is like, Meg, Cardi, the City Girls, like I like they shit. Like I don't have a problem with what they're rapping on. I think Rod was telling me about Mulatto and somebody else. I haven't gotten to them yet. I'm gonna have to listen to them. But my thing is, it's just I just don't like how like you have some men and some women talking down those chicks who rapping those dirty, real ass lyrics. It's like men been putting out disrespectful stuff for years. Like Savage Life was the soundtrack for Jackson State. Like what, the early 2000s, mid 2000s, Webby was hella disrespectful on that shit. If you going back to it, like that shit was hard.
Boosie was too. Boosie said, "Can I stick a steel in your booty hole?"
Like Boosie said, "They dyking." He can't. His mixtape, like that shit go hard. That shit is
Pimp C asked you, could he have that mouth, that asshole, and that pussy?
He said, "Bend over, let me see it. Like, let me see it." It's like, and that shit goes hard. So it's like, I don't have no problem with these resurgence of women going hard in these tracks. Like, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Hey, for real. Hey, shout out to the City Girl. Shout out to Suki Hunter. Shout out to Light Skin Keisha. Shout out to Cardi B. She looked real good in that video. Had the weave done up. You know what I'm talking about? Megan Thee Stallion, tall ass, looked good in that video. I don't see why we always build our artists
tear
up
them down.
just to tear them down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, these people changing, they changing their family life, they taking care of their family, they thriving. Let's just support these folks. Now, do we have to agree with everything they do? No. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, we might not like the flow here, we might not like this there, but at the same time, that song is not for the brothers.
It's not.
It's for the city girls. It's for the ratchets. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need
that shit.
If y'all need a ratchet playlist, holla at me. I'll send it to you. You know what I'm talking about? I got a lot on there, you know, and we gonna do it like that. Like I say, I love the video. I even like Kylie Jenner part. Everybody hating on Kylie Jenner in the video. I like it. It is what it is.
Yeah, I could do it without her. I could do it without her.
I don't do the plastic. I don't do the plastic. I don't do the plastic.
Yeah,
I don't do none of that. But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna hate on Kylie Jenner. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is. So I'm with it. If you got the WAP, hey, good for you. Give it to your man. Do your thing. Let's just keep it going, man.
All right.
Imagine hearing that
hold
in
on,
a strip club.
We gotta get Crow opinion because you know Crow ignorant. So Crow,
I gotta get on this one too, man.
I'm coming in baseball sliding in this mud straight into home plate, baby. All right, first off, let's talk about this WAP. A lot of y'all females out there don't got that WAP straight off hand. Let's be real. I've only met a few in my time, and trust me, I have a great number of samples that I can say I've sampled. So with that being said, when you stick your hand down there, you like, oh shit, this that Aquafina, this that wet. Now some of y'all have to get warmed up like an oven now. So let's be real. So you don't have that WAP right off hand. You got that let me warm this shit up. You know what I'm saying? That preheat. We gonna call that preheat. We might need to get Megan and Cardi to do a song called Preheat, cause y'all ain't, you know, just wet off top. That matter of fact, I'm gonna create a song called Wet Off Top. You know what I'm saying? Cause wet ass pussy is a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get that wet ass pussy if you responding to what I'm doing and if you like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That pussy gonna get wet. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating that shit. You know what I'm saying? That pussy gonna get wet. If I'm sucking them toes, that pussy gonna get wet. That's all I'm saying. So at the end of the day, majority of women got some wet ass pussy unless they got what's that pill that they gotta get on TV for having dry ass pussy all the time. That's the only.
Tell your grandma to look away. Tell her grandma.
You see my face?
Look away.
Grandma, please turn this part off. Don't listen.
Look away.
Mute this part, Grandma. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will go to church as soon as I come back to Lake Village. But mute this part. It's not my fault. I don't know who changed my name. I think T did it.
It wasn't me, bro.
I forgot Grandma was on here.
Oh, Crow rap. So we can go to Jay Ward and Rob.
Okay. Let me finish this up. Man, I love the fact that Cardi B and Meg are doing they Lil Kim, they Foxy Brown, owning a woman. I told y'all women, y'all hear these men talking, they love this shit. And women love this shit because y'all in the club dancing to this shit. Y'all rub on y'all selves to this shit. Let's be real. I told y'all, hoism is the way, but it's levels to it and who you choosing to be it with. That's why this song is great and it has its lane. So at the end of the day, shout out to Meg, shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to the women that love women who love this song. Shout out to the men who like looking at the women who love dancing to this song. And we're gonna come home and fuck them to this song. Hey, all you married women, hey, dance to your nigga, dance to your husband to this song tonight. He gonna be like, oh my good goddamn. Hey, all you sad ones, hey, pop up on him, do this shit. Trust me. I'm endorsing it. I love it. Hey, women embrace it. Own it. Hey, let's keep it going.
Jay Ward, then Rob, real quick.
Yo, so I'm gonna just say that first off, to the brothers. Now I ain't call them brothers. To the males. Let me reduce them to males that have a problem with women enjoying themselves and rapping on a song about something that may or may not be directly related to them. Y'all getting on my nerves. Like, and Swift, don't mute me because this is gonna make sense. Um, I was talking to my friends Sasha and Marquita, and they were saying that they told me what BDE is, and I was like, "What is that?" And they was like, "Big dick energy." I feel like any dude that's hating on the song got small dick energy, and y'all should shut the hell up because this song is an anthem for the women that it was made for. Like, chill out. Like, every song don't have to have a message. Every just because a woman likes music like this doesn't. And I going to school, especially going to an HBCU, I've seen so many women who can be listen to all sorts of ratchet music and they still have a master's degree, a doctorate, or whatever. Even me sometimes when I'm on the way to work to teach a third grader, I'm swanging and banging because I grew up listening to screwed up Houston music, and that is my vice. I love that type of music. So sometimes I might listen to Zero or Paul Wall and the Chameleon now on the way to work. So that has nothing to do with my intellect level or my ability to do my job just because I like a certain genre of music. I grew up during cash money days, during no limit days, and I never sold an ounce of drugs. I've never sold a drug. So just because I like to listen to that type of music, just because I like to listen to ghetto dope doesn't mean I'm going to go out and sell drugs because I'm not influenced by music like that. I grew up listening to Eminem, and I never wanted to commit suicide or do drugs or anything like that. So also stop letting celebrities raise your children. If the only people that your children got to look up to is celebrities, then you might want to introduce them to a mentor or somebody else because that's just celebrity life. That's what they do. But to speak about the song specifically, I thought in the video, I thought it was great. Honestly, it kind of turned me on a little bit to hear some of the things that I heard in the song, and it took me to the thought of, are y'all really about what y'all talking about? And the people that's listening to this song, are you really about what you're talking about? So so
I
now
think Cardi B about it. I
you
think
think Cardi
Cardi
B?
B really
I
about
think
it.
she might be about it too,
She's
because
about that.
I think she
She's
about
about
it.
that.
and
I
then
think she is.
Yeah.
before I go full ratchet on this, Cardi B's married, right? Isn't she married to the guy from Migos?
Yeah.
So she's in a committed relationship, so she should be able to talk as much stuff as she. That's the same thing I say about Beyonce. She should be able to talk as nasty to her husband as she wants to.
Yeah.
Like, why are you ragging on a woman that's married? But I'm like, some of the lyrics that I was listening to, I'm like, man, these women are spitting and they having fun and it's lyrical. Because when Cardi B was talking about, I want you to hit the thing in my throat that's dangling, I'm like, your
Yes,
esophagus.
sir.
Okay. Or if you watch movies, your courage hanging bally thing from Full House. I'm trying to hit the back of the courage hanging bally thing, and I want to know if you are about what you're talking about. So I took the song as a challenge because a lot of times, and this is speaking to my scumbag days back before I got out the game, but I'm just like, one of us gonna be wrong. You either gonna be about what you're talking about, or I'm about to show you that alpha beta men are a little bit different. Either way, one of us gonna be right and one of us gonna be wrong. I'm not gonna lose this battle tonight. So I just want you to know that if you coming with the whop, I'm coming with the hammer because
The
we both
Mack
about to
truck.
get. I'm coming with the hammer because we both about to go at it tonight. So that's all I got to say about that.
Well, I do think that Cardi B is definitely about what she talk about. I'm not gonna comment on Meg because she go to TSU and I work at TSU, so that's okay. I ain't cross. But yeah, go ahead, Rob.
I just want everybody, they said it before, get into these women rappers, man. I've been getting into Flo Milli a lot. I've been getting into Mulatto a lot. She just did a song with Gucci that I watched today. Song is okay. Gucci's my guy, so I'm gonna rock with anything Gucci's gonna rock with. But I just been seeing a lot of hate online today, man, and it doesn't make me embarrassed, but it just makes me sad because there's a lot of guys that hate seeing women just enjoying something that has nothing to do with us. And that just shows a huge lack of insecurity, and I just cannot get with it, man. I just don't understand it. And I like this era of female rap, man. I love it. I don't know what it is, but it's like the visuals mixed with the lyrics. I'm into it all, man. And I want to see them all win. And then I hate seeing like all the infighting, but I like seeing the competitiveness, and I like seeing them work together, because when they work together, like Meg right now got 3 of the 6 Infinity Stones of people she's collabed with. And I mean, I love it, man. And it increases our culture as a whole when you see them working together, building their craft, and then using that money and recycling it within our community. So I'm down with it, man. I love it. I'm finding more Black female MCs to listen to, just to figure out if I like it, if I don't like it. But honestly, like somebody said, it's not for us. It's for the women. And so we just either need to move out of the way or enjoy it ourselves. That's how I feel.
Meg can actually rap. Like,
Yeah.
she can rap. And the city girls, they probably be a little slow, but you know, they got some
I think
heat.
Cardi can rap too. I don't know if somebody's writing for her or not, but I listened to her entire,
Yeah, somebody writing for her.
entire album, and I'm like, these are bars. Like, I don't know. Ain't no proof to that, but she can rap. Like, I'm just straight up listening.
Like you love Lil Kim, baby. That's all I can say.
Lil Kim to go.
Hey, for real. Hey, y'all need to put some respect on Lil Kim, man.
The
That's
goat.
my.
You heard
That's my.
Crowley love them like I love Lil Kim, baby.
Hey, for
Hey,
real.
I still
sir.
think Nicki
My
can out rap. I
Like,
still
if
think
you
Nicki
hold
can out
Hold
rap.
on, hold on. One at a
Cardi
time.
B.
Don't do that, Jay Ward.
She
Don't
can
do
out
that.
rap Cardi B.
Kim, man.
Oh, okay.
Did y'all remember on Get Money, and when Kim was dropping her bars? I can't put it in the word. That shit made Biggie say, "All right." You remember that song, Get Money?
She was
I
dope.
think you were like, "All right."
And y'all gotta give Eve her respect too. Hey, definitely Eve came out the gate. That was my
And Queen Latifah. And
Hey,
Missy Elliott, straight up.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Missy had bars too.
yeah, Missy had some real bars.
Missy had bars, but I think Meg is the top right now when it comes to female rap. She's at the top right now. And I'd include Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about this new generation of
Yeah,
female
I
rap.
forget about my girl MC Light too. I can't forget my girl MC Light.
Mia X too, since we in the No Limit crowd. She out rap everybody on Bout It. She out rap everybody on that song.
Yeah.
Like, she was with it.
Hold on, let me bring E in. I'm gonna take you out real quick, Rob, because since E talking about we don't know female rap.
Y'all niggas don't, bro.
So who your top female rapper then, E?
Like of all time?
Well, currently and in this new generation and of all time.
Currently, bro, I don't really like just like fuck with them like that, because it's like a repeat of what I already heard. Like, don't get me wrong, like Megan jamming. Of course, Nicki running shit right now. Nicki been running shit the past damn near. You want to be technically, bro. Listen, Cardi might be hot, but she ain't got Nicki Ricker sales. Keep it real.
True.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? She just hot right now. Cardi is more marketable than Nicki is right now. You know what I'm saying? She has been for the past since at least 2017, but it's not the same, bro. It's levels to this shit, bro. Wayne really brought in the best artists and the best male hip artists with Nicki and Drake, bro.
I agree with Marie though.
Nicki levels to this shit. But all time, man, I have to sit down and really think about it. You got Lady Rage, you got Mia X, you got MC Light.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, she half and half, you know what I'm saying? Then the old Lauryn Hill, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to like filter a list of criteria.
Let's not forget Roxanne.
Oh yeah, Roxanne too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, one of the pioneers that got shit started for female rap.
Yeah.
We got throw
and
in
Young and May. Shout out to Rob. Yeah, Young and May don't have the machine behind her to
well, we said women. We said women.
She a woman, bro. Listen.
No, we said no.
If Young and May go to jail, which jail she go to?
No.
Identify.
Young and May go to jail. Which one she go to?
Listen, one of her lyrics said, "I got a scrap in the closet." No. No.
Man,
no.
You got bad from New York.
So so I have to think about it. Hey, Corey. Hey,
hold on, because we don't need no issues. Young M.A. I don't care how many women she's strapping down with her dildos, she is a woman.
Wait, no. Hold on. Let me say
Yeah,
this.
she still buys tampons. So she
I was about to clear this up. From that point, hey, if she wants to be recognized as a male, we have to recognize younger male as a male in real life.
yeah, she goes.
She hasn't said it. So as of right now,
What jail she go to? She get arrested.
Is a woman. We're not going down this road. Okay, so we're gonna move on.
Hey, y'all listen to Lil Kim on the Quiet Storm remix and how she ripped that, and she was like 19 or 20 on there. She
So I'm
destroyed.
not gonna get
Yeah,
that.
Lil Kim. I love Lil Kim.
So I don't get no say in this question. I don't get no say in this topic.
Didn't I just ask you?
I'm trying to. Everybody was interrupting me. You know what I'm saying? This is my point. It's like I said when I first came on here. Y'all niggas be bitches, bro. Complaining about a fucking song. And like, to me, it really don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas made billions off of talking about like how women be like, oh yeah, this girl sucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I gave her dumb dick. Made plenty of money on that. And as soon as a woman say shit, yeah, I got this fire ass box. You feel some type of way, like what? Like how does that even make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like you can
Who
bring
raised these niggas?
a woman does is she got to be classified as a promiscuous female of the sort. You know what I'm saying? Even though Trina went stupid on you don't know now. Yeah, you don't know now,
I
bitch.
ain't feeling Trina right now.
Like me, y'all like shit.
Hey, forget Trina. What about Adina Howard?
Okay, we gonna move on. So we can do this all night. So we
Then what about Joy with Lick? Y'all forgot about that song, Lick with
My-
Sleepy Brown with
My
Joy?
favorite song to stroll to, by the way.
Hey, y'all forgot all about Lick with Joy.
So
Shit.
and I'm all right, Mimi. I'm just sneezing because I've been cold all day.
Man, Swift got fucking Rona over there, though.
I was cold, good boy. Anyway,
Put your mask on, goddamn it.
moving on. Last topic, something real self-explanatory. We talked about a lot tonight. I know we've all had our experiences. We made mistakes in the past, whether it be financial, relationships, just any type. Lick is the shit, you know. But just those mistakes we made that we wish we could go back
I know. I'm that.
and replace them. So if you could give advice to your younger self, and Rob and Stokes and Kayla, I'm definitely gonna bring y'all in on this one too. No, I don't have it wrong. I went kayaking today, so I'm yeah.
He ate that grocery.
You went kayaking in there back, huh?
I went
He
kayaking.
down on the show.
So anyway, I'm mute. Rob, I'm gonna bring you in to mute you. But if you could give advice to your younger self about anything, relationship, financial, mistakes you made, so on and so forth, if you knew then what you know now, what would that advice be? What would that advice be to your younger self?
You wanna go first?
Who wants to start us off?
I'll start it off.
Okay.
I got different aspects of it. From a financial standpoint, if I can go back in time, I would tell my younger self to take those refund checks and buy stock in Amazon, Apple, Facebook, et cetera, and not to spend that on spring break and just blow it on bullshit. Like I think that if I knew now what I knew back then, I would have made better decisions with that excess of money. So I will say that. Far as a life standpoint, I would tell my younger self to keep doing what you're doing and being an upstanding person because it's not many of you. And from a relationship standpoint, I would tell my younger self to know when to cut ties and know when to move on, and don't be afraid to move on. Like I feel like when I was younger, I stayed in stuff longer than I should have. Just hoping stuff would have changed or work for the better. But now that I'm older, I wish I would have known that it's okay to drop somebody where they at. So I didn't start doing that until I got older. But when I was younger, I was a little green, a little optimistic on certain stuff.
Gotcha. T, you want to chime in on this one next?
Yeah, it's all good. It's a couple things that I would tell my younger self. I mean, like your parents tell you all this stuff when you young, you don't listen to it, but then it come back to bite you in the ass 10, 20 years later. So number one thing I would tell myself is don't expect you from others. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't expect people to do what you would do because nobody is built like you. You know what I'm saying? You might be the upstanding guy, you might try to do the right thing, but everybody not gonna do what you would do. So you can't put these expectations on people. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing I would tell myself as far as expectations. Another thing I would tell myself would be to spend more time with my parents because now both of them gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I have to sit back and live with. Like, hey, I ain't get a chance to kick it with my pop before he passed. My mom, that kind of happened out the blue. And so I would just tell everybody, I would tell my younger self to take those lessons, even though I do apply a lot of the stuff that they taught me, and that's why I'm the person that I am today. But I would take more of those lessons, man, because dog, that life hit you for real. And what was the last? It was something else I wanted to tell y'all about. What I would tell my younger self, but it'll come back to me. It'll come back to me.
Gotcha. E?
I'm trying to think of a decent way to say this. Honestly, I wouldn't tell myself shit. The reason is because right now in this very moment, I know what I want to do, I know where I'm headed, and I know my work ethic. And because of that, I know what my future holds in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And I owe that to nothing but what I've been through in life. So I wouldn't change it because like I'm in a place now where I'm happy with everything that I got going on for the moment, you know what I'm saying? But I still want more. But the experiences that I've gone through, the growing experiences rather, are what helped me kind of like, you know what I'm saying,
You are today.
that nitty gritty, that determination to push me into where I am now. So I wouldn't tell myself shit because like the hard, it's some things that you just can't skip in life. Some things you have to learn the hard way through the pain, the sorrow, and all of that to continue to grow. Just like how T was saying, like, you just can't expect other people to do what you do because it's just gonna lead to greater disappointment. And sometimes it takes those letdowns to give yourself a new perspective in life, whereas you can now focus on yourself because, okay, you made this mistake, but you know not to make it again because you hate how you felt when you made it the first time. Those life lessons like that, I would never change. I would never change those because if I wasn't, if I went back to change them, I wouldn't be me. And I like me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm that nigga, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a humble dude. But at the same time, it's just you need those to actually grow into the man that you see yourself becoming.
I'm about to get you real quick, E. I'm about to get you.
Don't bring up the old shit.
Nah, I ain't gonna bring up the old stuff. So you wouldn't have told your younger self to invest in Bitcoin when it first came out.
Shit, I mean, no.
Cap.
Yep.
I'm
Yes,
saying,
it is. Yes, it is.
Hey,
It is.
hey, don't let that overflow into this.
I'm not. No. I'm not. Right. I didn't start learning about finances until I got older. You know what I'm saying? And now that I have a handle on my finances, right, it took me a lot of look at that, nice way to pay homage. But I'm saying, right, to me, as I've stated before, it's not always all about money. You feel me? It's about, you know what I'm saying? To me, legacy is more important than what money is, right? And I have my own personal reason for that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my legacy as far as like the work that I do and shit like that, that's what matters the most to me. It's I don't have to be fucking rich or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with just being a regular ass legend. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit. Well, like, long as it has impact on the next generation. You feel me?
No, you alpha beta.
But I'm just saying though, that's what I consider that's what I kind of find, I guess you would say, wealth in, because money is nothing but a tool to get you what you want. You know what I'm saying? You can't find happiness and money necessarily unless your bills paid and shit like that. That's temporary happiness. But I'm saying though, the overall happiness that most people look for is the impact that you leave on a group of people, or, like, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like, how do you plan to leave this earth? You got kids, right? Your kids are your legacy. They are a part of you. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what I look forward to. That's how I intend to, like, leave my mark. I want to leave a fingerprint on this world, to whereas everybody gonna know who the fuck E is. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of you met him while he was drunk or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All you gonna know is that nigga speaks facts. As far as the Bitcoin shit goes, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Y'all need
his ass.
Mute.
Y'all didn't have to say nothing. Y'all didn't have to say nothing.
Can I jump in, Swift?
Okay. Go ahead, Jay Ward. Go ahead.
I got 5 things that I would tell my younger self, man.
Woo!
One, and they're in no particular order, but this is just the way I wrote them down. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. Like, be careful on, the people that you and the things that you put time into, because sometimes like I said, time is the one thing that you really can't get back. So be cautious about who you give your time to, and the things that you give your time to, and the energy that you give your time to. Especially insignificant people. You're spending a lot of time on insignificant people or insignificant things. So it's like, man, that's something right there that, time, and like T was saying, time with your parents. Like, my mom died this year unexpectedly. So that's time that I can't get back, which I spent so much time with her, but I can't get that time back. And I was talking to my barber today, which is also one of my best friends, and he just lined my mom up. And he was like, man, I just lined your mom up. She was good. She gone? And I'm like, yeah. So it's like, time is that one thing. Number 2, have a well thought out plan after college. Like, as a junior, you should know what you're trying to go into, already have internships lined up and all the things. Like, I'm an actor. So unlike some of the other brothers on the panel, being an actor isn't tangible. It's not some skill set that you can translate to a bunch of things. When you're an actor, it's kind of hit and miss. So it's like, already have a plan, instead of thinking like, oh, I'm the best actor in the world, so I'm gonna just fall into a movie. But that's not a plan. So you need to already have a plan on what you're going to do. So I would definitely tell myself, you need to have a tangible plan. And if plan A doesn't work out, you need to have plan B on what's going to happen. Number 3 thing that I would tell myself, don't judge your life based on the life of others. I have people that I went to college with who are doing way better than me when it comes to the arts. Like my good friend Tremel Tillman, shout out to Tremel. He's killing it right now in the acting game, on several different TV shows and things like that. Support him. Follow that brother. He's a great actor. He's a great singer. And I look at it like, you don't measure yourself or feel inadequate based off of what other people that graduated with you have going on. Because some of the people that I graduated high school with are struggling, and they were like class presidents and things like that, and they're struggling. So don't base it based off of what other people are doing. Everything that's supposed to happen to you will happen at its appropriate time. Number 4, is nothing wrong with pleasing people, but not at the expense of your own happiness. And I know I'm a people pleaser. Like, that's one of my qualities. I try to make sure everyone around me is happy, and do everything to make sure that those people are happy. So, but I can't do that at the expense of myself and at the expense of my own sanity. So just realizing that the people around me, they deserve to be happy too, but I can't sacrifice my own happiness for them. And that's something that I've always done. Even if it meant sacrificing my own happiness and missing out on somebody that I probably could have been great with, I'm doing that to accommodate somebody else. So don't do that. And number 5 is love is non-linear. And like I just saw this in the comments, date, go on a bunch of dates to realize, who you are as a person when it comes to being in a relationship. Date everybody that that you want to, so that don't miss out on true love. Don't miss out on true love looking for a career. Don't miss out on true love looking for success. You can have both. And that's something that I didn't realize when I was younger, is that you can have both, but you don't just be so focused on a career until you set everybody else out, because you're looking for a career and you're looking for success in a career. So you're setting everybody else out. You can't have both. And a bonus thing that I would tell myself is stay in school longer. I graduated early and I should have stayed another year. I should have enjoyed being, a Sigma on the yard, and just transition myself a little bit better. But I felt trapped when I was in school, and I felt like, because my mentor was so great, I knew that he would always take care of me, and I didn't want to be in a situation where I was up under his wing and never blossomed into a man myself, because I knew he would have found me a job on campus. And I was so afraid of being that dude, that Greek on campus that just preys on young girls coming into campus and things like that. So I was so afraid of that. So I think I left school a little bit earlier than I should have, because I was afraid of certain things. But I should have truly stayed on campus a little bit longer and fleshed out all those things that I wanted to do first, and then went on into my career. So those are the things that I would tell myself.
K-Law. Oh, Corey, you want to go?
Oh no, K-Law.
About to say you can go, Crow.
All right. What are we all forgetting in this advice that we would give ourselves? I know we're all hypothetically speaking, but we have to remember that we have to go back to the environment that we were raised in. And so you have to cater that to what you really would. Be truthful. A lot of us wasn't in financial situations to tell our younger self, hey, go invest in Amazon, go invest in Apple, or none of this, because our parents didn't have it. And hell, we didn't even have it. Let's be honest. So you're speaking hypothetically early. So I'm a kind of go back. So I grew up on Prosperity Wisdom Avenue in the hood in the duplex. So for one, I would definitely tell myself how to not conform to my environment. That was one thing that I found myself doing as a child and as a teenager, kind of conforming to my environment, trying to, I ain't gonna say fit in, but more so merge with what I thought was how the world was, because I didn't see nothing but my environment. So I would definitely tell my younger self that there's more than those two streets that I was raised on at that moment in time. And yeah, I went out of state, to visit family, but and at the end of the day, all that mattered was Prosperity and Wisdom Avenue and Shady Oaks and Georgetown. And I didn't think too broad past those neighborhoods. I didn't think past near, to be honest. So I would tell myself that there are things bigger than my community where I was raised at, and to go a little harder. Now in college, it's not so much I would tell myself to invest in something. What we really skipping is focus, like to be disciplined, to have structure, to have boundaries. That's what I would really tell myself. I wouldn't tell myself to invest in anything or to do this or no. Just to have some more focus, to have some more boundaries, to have a little bit more structure. And that would help me to be where I'm seeing myself at now. I will probably be in that position right now, what you all will see before. And to more so not indulge in women as much as I did, to truly be honest. Um, like I said, I could hear my mom's voice even when I was in college, as I did the wrong shit that I did, to be honest. And I can still hear her voice. So I would just tell myself to chill, because at the end of the day, I caused a lot of emotional hurt to a lot of young women. And not saying that I sold them dreams, but I dibbled and dabbled with a lot of women instead of giving them the true time that they deserve, you know, and a lot of them were quality women that deserve some true time. So I would just tell myself to sit my ass down and slow down and truly, you know, invest some time in the women that allow me to come into their life.
Kayla?
The number one thing I would tell myself is be patient. And I say that because I've always pushed myself and tried to go and do different things, but I never waited to see how things could fall into place. I've always been on the go. It's been 0 to 100 and never come back. Um, and that's in all things, because everything you got to be patient. I probably wouldn't have my son right now. I love him to death, but I needed to be more patient with that, because I would have seen some things in his mom that would have turned me away. But that's neither here nor there. I needed to be patient with my parents because they needed to learn how to be parents. But I didn't realize that I was just gung ho and trying to get the hell out of here. And thus I was gone for 15 years. Well, now I got hit with cancer and I'm back here. I needed to be patient. I needed to be patient with school because at the end of the day, I ran out. I graduated in 4 years. Hey, cool. Went straight into the workforce. 11 years later, now I'm trying to do grad school and it's whooping my ass. And so, you know, I mean, in everything, I just needed to be patient. And I think that's what the Lord has been trying to tell me through this 14 months of cancer that I've been fighting, is to be patient. Because at the end of the day, hell, Jay Ward said it, you said it best. We don't get that time back. But we also have to stay still and be patient enough to enjoy the time that we do have. That's all I would say to myself, is be patient.
Stokes? Me and Rob.
A few things I would say is don't be afraid of exposure. I come from a poor family, and I didn't have a lot of opportunities when I was in high school and college. More so high school, because I stepped outside the box in college. I've had, several internships and all these other things that really brought in my exposure. I've been to Asia and stuff like that. In fact, if I didn't take this exposure, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I would be nervous to talk to people because, in my environment, you don't mess with people you don't know. We have a small box where it feels comfortable for us. In fact, when y'all talking about young M.A. earlier, I actually sat next to her on a plane. She stole my water though, so I don't mess with her. But she's very much a woman. She sat in the plane, so don't let all that hard stuff fool you. Secondly, everybody won't treat you how you treat them. I definitely would have wished I learned that lesson much earlier. I always try to be the most friendly person that I can be, or thinking that if I give out positivity will return back to me. Some people are just not built like that. Learn how to say no, and that definitely includes my family. A lot of times they have expectations when you're the one that makes it out. Being the person with a terminal degree, I've had parents expect me to give them money. I've had my father tell me, the least you can do is give me $200 a month, like I'm his retirement plan. Like I've had this black tax where people expect you to carry them, and we drown ourselves because we have too much baggage on us. Don't limit yourself to your family's ideology of success. When your family is all about, status and whatever else, or what they see on TV and what they think is successful, and is based on someone else's perception, you don't have to live that life. So, for me personally, I wish I would have known mostly when a person shows you who they are, believe it. And a lot of times I had the most hope for people when realistically they were showing me who they were in their character the entire time. So that's pretty much how I would sum it up. And just honestly limit my distractions. I've been in school for 10 years. I got into a really good situation, got out making a decent salary. I could have done things a lot easier had I limited my distractions.
Gotcha. Rob?
All right, so I'm gonna break mine into three topics. One's educational. Somebody said it earlier. Don't rush through college. I was raised, go through high school, you're 4, go through college for your 4, get a job. Like that's how I was raised. You hit all your gates. Do the right thing because you're the one that's gonna make it out. I keep putting in the comments the black tax because the one that makes it out, they're the ones that's usually paying that black tax. For me personally, I probably should have stayed in college a year or two longer because there's no love for you once you leave that college campus. It is a cold, cold, cold world. And so because I didn't do my internships while I was in college, I didn't have anything to do or anywhere to go once I did graduate, couldn't find a job. That's why I've been in the military for 15 years. Now, mind you, like E said, my experiences and the stuff that I messed up at made me who I am today. But the military wasn't my first choice. I've just made it my choice, and I've been good at it for 15 years. But for me personally, I would have rather done what I wanted to do before, which was be an architect or a doctor. But I shortchanged myself because I didn't have confidence in myself, which I'll get into in my personal issues. Educational as well. Make more memories in college. Like for me, outside of some frat stuff and like some classes, college for me is a blur. I barely remember it. And I see everyone, posting like the pictures and stuff from college. Like, I don't remember any of this stuff. That's because I had my head down. I was going to class, trying to do the right thing, trying to get out to make my mom happy so I can get a job and take care of the family. I don't remember half of that stuff. And so what all you have left is your memories once those times pass by. And if you don't have any, you can't really lean on anything. You kind of feel disconnected from something that you've gone through. And then I already covered the internships piece. Internships are very important because it gets your name out, it gives you connections. For me, in the summertime, I was working because I was having to help my family pay bills. And so in the summertime, I was working and I was helping my mom pay bills at the house. And so if I had to choose one of the two, I probably could have done both. But that's again part of that black tax is me every summer. I was working. I was working. I was working. I was working, trying to make some money until school came back. And so definitely would have hit some internships and I probably would have been better off, especially in my field of psychology, in order to go into a job that was lined up for me so I can get an advanced degree. So personal, more time with my family. Like T said, his mom, dad's gone. My mom, dad's gone as well. I was really close to my grandma. She died suddenly. My mom and dad died suddenly. And so my mom, my grandma was kind of like my rock. And so since I've been in the military and gone for a while, I didn't get to spend a lot of time with my mom. And then boom, she was gone, like literally like that within a week. And so time is precious. That's literally the only thing you can't get back. You can get everything else back, can't get time back. And the time that we spent was very important. So definitely that. My self esteem made me do a lot of things that I don't regret now, but I probably wouldn't have done it back then. Because when you don't have love for yourself, you take a lot of abuse, you deal with a lot of BS, and you make a lot of decisions that you wouldn't have made if you had love for yourself and viewed yourself in a different manner. So my self-esteem was an issue. I deal with it from time to time now, but my self-esteem back then was a big issue, and it caused me to doubt myself, and it caused me to stay in relationships that I probably shouldn't have stayed in. When to cut losses, that's already been talked about. I didn't know when to cut specific relationships or friendships off, and they usually end up costing me in the future. And toxic is not good. That ties into the self esteem. Just because a woman looks good, just because she talks good, just because she can move good, just because she can have sex great, but she is toxic. She's going through your phone, she hitting you, she burning you, she doing stuff.
And
That
she got
is
that WAP.
not good. That does not mean that you got good deed. That does not mean your stroke is great. That means she is crazy and she needs to get as far away from you as possible. That's what that means. If I had known that 15 years ago, I probably would have been in a different situation. And then financially, don't live above your means. And so when you grow up poor and you finally get a little bit of taste of money, you're trying to get all the stuff that you wish you could have gotten when you was growing up. And so because of that, you start looking at stuff and you want to live a life that you wish you lived when you were old, when you were younger. And so what that causes you to do is to live in the negative for about 8 to 10 years until you figure out this whole financial thing. And so you have, like, I think it was Kayla said, being patient, and then just realizing that the gold is at the end of the road. You can't get it so fast right now. And so because of me, I grew up wanting a lot of stuff I didn't have, and I grew up working from 13, so I wasn't able to buy a lot of stuff for myself. And so when you finally get that first check, that first 2,000, 3,000, you see stuff that you want. You want to live in a nice place. You want to get a nice house, nice car, whatever, and you can't afford it. And so you working yourself crazy trying to afford it. And so that's another thing, is living above your means, and that's all. It all compounds on each other. So I just go back and tell my younger self to stay within your means. Whatever you're rocking as far as your vehicle and the place that you stand, it really doesn't mean anything about who you are as a person. Your material things doesn't tell someone who you are. Because right now, I barely even buy clothes and stuff because I don't really care. Like, I'll look nice, but I'm not trying to go out and get no $200, $300 shoes. Trying to rock the nice. I don't care about that stuff no more. And so I wish I had felt that way earlier, and then I probably would have saved myself a lot of financial burden that I'm finally getting out of now.
Rob, you are absolutely right, man. Because that's one lesson I learned recently over the last 5 years. When I grew up poor, when I first got out and got that first check, it was gone.
Man.
I wanted to. I did. I was traveling 35 times a year. I looked at my amount that I've spent over the last 5 years, and it blew my mind. Over $250,000.
Yeah.
5 years off bullshit.
Stoking. Hey, Rob, when you gonna realize that the Celtics are trash?
Hey, man. Hey, get off my Celtics, man. Hey, get off of them.
So before we go down this,
Swear, one more. I remembered it. My bad. Yeah, it's gonna be real quick. I would tell my younger self that if you find a girl or a woman and you have already been in the field and had all your fun and experienced a lot of women, if you find that girl, just stick with that girl and build with that girl. Because some of my line brothers got married like at 24, 25, and they sitting on a bag right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the right woman will help you get to where you are going. So I just want to put that out there to the young guy, bro. If you got a good girl, she's a good girl, just stick with her and build together.
Absolutely. So I'm going to bring everybody back in for final comments. But before we get to final comments, I'm going to put this comment up on the board. I want to talk about it real quick. Meaning, y'all making me see y'all in a different light. And I think that's the purpose of the show, what we're trying to do. We have these conversations in our group chat all the time, but we thought it was important for social media, Facebook, YouTube, so on and so forth, to see Black men have these conversations out in the open and just be open and vulnerable and talk about our experiences and talk about what's popping right now from our perspective, because you rarely see Black men just really talk about these type of things out in the open. So we want to give y'all that side of us. Now, we alpha beta men. I don't know what y'all heard about it. If it's positive, it's true. If it's negative, it's not true. But we want to show y'all this side as well. Like, we're all intellectual. We had our experiences. We've gone through a lot of things. We're older now. We're more mature. And so we want to give that back. I think that's really what we're trying to do. So, final thoughts for the night. I'm going to start with T and then work our way across.
Yeah, man, I think we had a great show tonight. Y'all got to get off the mama's boys. You know what I'm saying? We are the best because we respect women. We love our mama, that we will take care of you to the end. Should a man pay for the vacation? No, you should not pay for the whole vacation. Y'all should be trying to, do it big together. That's the thing. But if you're not smashing, do not go. Real talk, do not go. And as far as the hold on, say what, I don't really care about the hold on, say what it is. And y'all boys really gave us some good advice tonight, man. So I appreciate all the brothers, man. Real talk.
I just want to echo what T was saying. Like, with the hold on, say what, as far as the Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B thing, I'm never in favor of men telling women what to do. That's not our places to tell a woman what to do. Like we should never do that. And I always disagree with that. As far as the mama's boys, like respect your mother, love your mother, but be able to be a man outside of what your mother has to offer, and be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Which if you have, like your mother would have taught you how to do that. Outside of that, I just want to say, like I said, with the telling you really can't tell your younger self anything, but because you can't just live for the now. You can't go back in time and tell your younger self anything, but the things that you would tell your younger self, apply that to yourself right now and really put that into motion. I think we had a really good moment. And I know it's not the most entertaining thing, but I think we had a really good moment to see that and to see the brothers talk about what they would tell them younger selves. And I think a lot of brothers really had a lot of revelation in that. Um, what the other thing that we talked about as far as paying for a vacation, like I said, if we're in a situation where we're going on a vacation, then that means we're in a relationship. So we're going to stay for it and plan for it together. So other than that, that's all I have to say. I think tonight went great, and I just want to shout out everybody, man. I think y'all did a great job. I love Jason Tatum, Rob, and I love him as a basketball player because he went to Duke. But I do not mess with the Celtics ever in life. So I hope Jason Tatum is released from the Celtics so he don't have to deal with the tyranny of Danny Ainge and the rest of the Celtics.
That's cold.
Rob, you meant so you can get some feedback on
I
this
think
coming too.
I think everybody's hit all the topics. I don't really disagree with anybody. Um, Mama's boy can have a negative connotation, but I think a mom that loves his a son that loves his mom healthily will have a good relationship with the women that's in his life, and vice versa. As far as the lessons learned, I think what we all need to do is we need to use the lessons learned that we get from this chat and try to help and mentor some younger brothers that's coming up because they can use some of these tips and tools that we went through and all these potholes and stuff. Like I literally had nobody to show me the way. I literally had to walk in the dark and find the right and wrong doors to open. And so what I try to do every single time I meet somebody that is struggling, I try my best to, as sincerely and seriously as possible, let them know if I see them going down the wrong path. And I think that's what we owe to the people coming behind us, our kids, nieces, nephews, etc., is to do that. Because most of us on this chat have basically figured it out ourselves by trial and error, and it was painful. But we wouldn't be the men that we are today if we didn't figure it out on our own and then have somebody that we can teach these lessons to. So, K-Law, stay strong, man. Fellow cancer survivor. I think I'm 21 years of remission. You got this, brother. Just know that. That's all I got.
E. My bad.
Why you got on shades in the house?
These are not shades. These are glasses, my nigga.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Step your game up on your glasses, bro. Anyway, number one, bro, you niggas need to stop being bitch ass niggas. Like straight up, bro. Y'all niggas out here soft and shit like that. Weak ass niggas being mama's boys and crybabies and shit like that. I don't fuck with that shit. You feel me? But like you know what I'm saying. I ain't saying like don't love your mom, but like don't be no bitch about it. You feel me? What was the next topic? Shit. Oh yeah, paying for the vacation and shit like that. Man, fuck that. Stop taking these broke ass women out there on motherfucking dates and shit like that. Like, they ain't your shorty. She don't need to be getting no motherfucking vacation and shit like that. Take her ass to motherfucking McDonald's, and cans or some shit like that. If you gonna feed her and then you try to fuck, you know what I'm saying? Shit, people that fucked off less before. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't your shorty, they ain't your girl, they ain't your old lady, bro. She don't deserve no motherfucking vacation. Stop giving side chicks motherfucking main chick privilege. I told y'all nigga this shit, bro. Y'all be fucking the game up, you feel me? Goddamn. As far as what I tell myself, I told you, nigga, I'm gonna keep it a stack 100, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do the good and the bad, I'm still be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping that shit a buck because I'm cool with myself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is like shit. People getting older and realizing that they ain't elevated themselves, and that's why they be hating themselves. that's a demon that you have to deal with eventually. Like you old enough now, you just not man or woman enough to face them same demons that you've been through. So I face mine. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted my shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? I've accepted the stupid mistakes that I did, but I've learned from them at the same time. And that's what everybody else needs to do. You need to learn from that shit, learn from your traumas, and move forward. You feel me? I'm missing the topic. Oh yeah, as far as the females in the rap game and shit like that, man, y'all niggas, like I said, y'all niggas need to stop being bitches, man. Let them women do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do this shit anyway, with or without your approval. So shit, I don't see the point of you bitching about it. You know what I'm saying? Stop crying, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, get some money. Straight up.
All right, gotcha. Crow.
Who said I look like I'm about to lead a verses tonight? I'll flame your ass.
Crow. Crow, let me unmute Crow. Go ahead, Crow.
Damn, VV flamed my ass up.
Okay, Adrian in Brazil. Good evening or morning. I don't know what it is in Brazil.
Whoever that is from Brazil, that's a bot. They ain't real.
Oh, go ahead, Crow.
Okay, definitely Mama's Boys E. I think you've been beat up or scarred by some Mama's Boy somewhere in your.
I'm saying, or y'all forget the definition of what a Mama's Boy
No
was.
final comments. Nope. Go ahead, Crow.
So he feels some way when somebody say that they are Mama's Boy, because I think me, T, and a few more of us kind of say on certain levels, hey, we love the shit out of our mamas and don't give a fuck if you say I'm a Mama's Boy for the level that, you know, but she ain't running, you know, even though my mom's passed away, she didn't run anything in my life per se, or, you know, didn't have no final say so. So yeah, I love my mama and shit. I call myself a Mama's Boy. Who got a problem with it? Come see me. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah, and y'all know me. I drop addresses, telephone numbers, and all that. But anyway, entire date. With that being said, entire date. Hey, know what type of female you're dealing with. You know that your financial means is only that 25K a year. Hey, be real with her. Tell her what you can and what you can't do. Tell her what you needed to chip in on. You know what I'm saying? What you need help with. Because at the end of the day, you're going to come back home and need to pay your mortgage or your rent or your car note or your insurance. Or if you got kids, you're going to have to shell out money for them. And you done blew the bag trying to express her. So just communication on that end on about taking folks out of town and things of that nature. Let me see. Women in the rap game, man, I love it. Hey, go for it. Speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Challenge the men in the rap game. Uplift yourself. Shit. Talk about your sexuality. Talk about the struggles you have. Cause I'm gonna turn it up in my vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it bumping in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna support you. Much love to all the females rappers that's, you know, uplifting each other and not tearing each other down. Let me say it like that. And the advice I would give myself, I know a lot of my brothers said they wish they would have did college. Hey, I did the shit out of college. I have memories outside of Phi Beta Sigma, outside of Alpha Beta, outside of my homies that came in with me from Lanier, outside of folks that I met, you know, stuff that I created on my own. So I just would just continue to just tell the younger me, teenage me, just a little bit more focus, having boundaries with what I do, having structure with what I do. And like I said, I would definitely take a step back from as many women that I indulged in as I did. You know, saving myself some headaches and saving them a lot of emotional distress. But much love to them, because a lot of them deserve part of my degree too. Shout out to them.
CJB. Oh, I'm go ahead.
Shit. As far as Mama's Boys, I think that I could, like, we talked about Mama's Boys, but it's levels to being a Mama's Boy. Like I love the hell out of my mama. There's not much that I wouldn't do for her, but at the same time, I'm my own man and I make my own decisions. I don't have to check in on my mom making decisions. And as far as mama's boys, we have to talk about the creation of the mama's boy. We have to shed a light on that. We just can't talk about the actual mama's boy. We got to talk about the people that create the mama's boy. As far as should a man pay for an entire vacation? No, I disagree with that. Y'all know how I feel about that. I believe a lot of these women out here are broke and they try and they find somebody to take advantage of and you know some suckers catch L's, you know. So but if you can afford that, you know, like I said several times, each his own. As far as the topic, I love where female rap is right now. Like I said, I don't have a problem with, you know, how the women are rapping. Like men been doing it for years, especially in the South. You know, the Pimp C's, the Project Pats of the world, all the way in the West Coast, the Two Shorts, back to the South, the Trick Daddies. They had some disrespectful lyrics and the shit jam. So I don't have a problem with, you know, what the women speaking on right now. And as far as what I would tell my younger self, I feel like Rob was pretty much reading me. Like everything Rob said, I can relate to. I think it's just a country thing. It's like you pay a black tax. You know, I didn't really get to enjoy college because I couldn't intern because I was working during the summer. I didn't really get to enjoy college outside of Alpha Beta. I didn't make a lot of connects like I should have, and I didn't know when to cut people out of my life when I should have. But thing that I can't get that time back, but the thing that I'm doing now, I've always tried to be like a quote unquote mentor to, you know, the younger guys, especially in AB. Like I have a relationship with a lot of young guys that came after me in AB. And I try to share any type of wisdom that I had with them so they don't make the same mistakes that I made. They don't go down the same route that I went down. So I challenge, you know, all the brothers on this show, if you find a guy who's younger, please like shed some light on him and be a mentor because I didn't have that when I was in that situation. So being that I didn't have that, I think it's important that we share that wisdom and our experiences with the younger guys that's coming up so they don't make the same mistakes.
Man, I ain't telling these niggas shit. I'm just playing.
Yeah, go ahead, Stokes.
Mute that motherfucker.
I be helping out. For real, for real.
Well, there's a few things I would want to say. In terms of the mama's boys, I think we are confusing it with being a mother's boy and loving your mother. Drastically different.
Exactly.
But in terms of mother's boys, you know, don't over baby your sons and they won't grow up to be mama's boys that you have so much disdain for. You know, it's a balance. In terms of paying for the entire trip, nope. Teamwork makes the dream work. We can go on twice as many trips with half as much, you know, effort. So in terms of WAP, I'm all for female empowerment. Love the things that they were doing in terms of their career. Do I think the video was the best way to go? No, I think it was very questionable in terms of role model because we have to think about the images that we put out and the people that are watching us. In terms of exposure, like you guys, I was working during college too. I had an internship every summer. In fact, when I finished college, I had 8 internships. So I had a lot of great role models and mentors. The thing I wish I would have known was um, everybody's not entitled to your destination. You don't have to carry everybody with you. And that's something I always wanted to do was carry everybody with me so they can start to learn what I became exposed to. And lastly, be better with money. You know, I didn't have money coming up, so when I got it, I spent it, and you know, I did everything that I wanted to do. And at this point, I could have paid off my house by now. You know, and I've been out of school for 5 years, so if you don't have to overindulge, so that's something that I wish I would have done differently and learned more about money.
K-Law.
Final thoughts. So with the mama's boy, hey, I love my mama dearly. My mama been in the trenches with me, so I know she gonna still be in the trenches with me. But at the end of the day, you know, I don't need moms to help me with everything that I do. As far as um, the man paying for the whole trip, keep being stupid. Keep being stupid paying for the whole trip you want to. You're gonna be sitting there looking sad with no money. Uh, the say what? Hold up, say what? Hey, I ain't really up with all that, but hey, whatever. They grown, just like I'm grown. You spend your money how you spend your money. Um, lastly, you know, just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. Everything is gonna come in its due time, in its due season. You know, and so with that being said, thank you to all of y'all. I get ready to hit this grind on Monday with a new treatment plan, and you know, thank you to everybody for the prayers, calls, solicitations. Definitely appreciate it. We're gonna knock this thing out. Third time's a charm. Hey, like T used to tell me, baby, gotta take 3 for the founders. So hell, here we go.
We're not gonna talk about what he was
Hey,
referring to.
Let's go. Let's go.
My final thoughts, mama's boys. I'm not gonna say I'm a mama boy. I love my mother dearly, absolutely. I love my grandmother dearly, both of them. And you can see my grandmother still checking in on me from time to time. She still make her presence known. So I absolutely love those ladies, but I don't require their permission for anything that I do in my life. And I think that's the difference between loving your mother and being a mama's boy. That's a entirely different situation. Should a man pay for the entire vacation? Honestly, it depends on you and your partner's relationship. I don't expect you to pay for a vacation of someone you just met or only dated for 2 or 3 months. But if y'all been married and you can pay for the entire vacation, that's up to you. And then she paid for the next vacation. That is something you and you know, Stokes, you're not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna mute you. That's just something you and your partner have to work out, and communicate about. If you can pay for it this time, and we go to Costa Rica, well, next time we going to the Bahamas, and you got it. That's just something between you and your partner.
Talk about Memphis and some shit like that. Nope.
Yeah. Hold on, say what now? I'm not gonna speak on the marriage and the splitting the bills, but as far as women in the rap game, WAP, I have absolutely no issues with WAP, both the song and the So, and somebody changed my name to Bottle Feeder. I don't know why they did that. Grandma, I didn't do that. I don't know who did it. I don't know why they did it. But yeah. And the last one, I think I'm gonna do a combination of between Rob and E. The experiences and the mistakes that I made in my past molded me to who I am today. But I do wish that I could go back and change a few things. If I can invest in Amazon or Facebook, by all means. I enjoyed my college career. I did the band, Sonic Boom of the South, the best band in the world. I was in the SGA. I was a residential assistant. I did Alpha Beta. I did pretty much all you could do. I mean, I was on the 4th floor of the library at 11 o'clock at night. So I had some good experiences at Jackson State. I lived my life. I did what I was supposed to. I got my car stolen in the Sage.
So you was really studying, huh?
That's because you were in the library at 11 o'clock.
I was studying all right.
You studying?
That's when you do your best studying up there on the 4th floor, baby. Hey,
Hey, shout out to the 4th.
Great class.
But I do want to say this. I do appreciate everyone for chiming in, coming in week to week. We really love y'all and appreciate y'all, and we do use your comments and your suggestions to let them be topics for the next week. So if you have those, please share those with us. And we just want to be open and no Fifi that was not. We don't think we was in school at the same time, so you be quiet. So I just want
to ask Fifi the dugout.
Oh, the dug. So anyway,
that's our era. That's our era. Not the library. We were the dugouts back in the days.
We had the dugout too, but I ain't. Never mind.
So I'm not getting in there.
But I just want to thank everyone. We are being open and genuine with y'all. This is what we talk about in our group chat every day. This was.
And as y'all can see, I'm the only one that got sense. You know what I'm saying?
He muted. So like I was saying, we are open with y'all. We have any
I'm
discussion.
unmuted.
And you muted again, Ed. What? Thank
Master
y'all for
P.
coming out. That's all I got to say. And y'all have a great evening, a great weekend, and please be safe and please
Be
stay
safe.
from the coronavirus.
Not all women got that.
Go Celtics.
Not all women got that wet. Work on it. I love y'all.
I appreciate all the support. Send us topics.
I'm just talking.
If you got any good topic, please send them. Follow our Instagram, Brothers Vent 2 on IG. We post up some of the clips on there. So, hey, you know, follow, share, like, subscribe, whatever.
Man, y'all be safe out there. Fight the good fight for our people, man. Y'all continue to wear these masks and, hey, live it up.
It's the longest damn.
Rona is real. Rona